A lot of people in the area locally rooting for the FAU Owls. I'll be watching them, rooting for them too. They got a very tough game tonight with Tennessee, but you never know. Crazier things have happened. Maybe they can pull off another upset and keep winning and keep this train going, which would be great for the area and, like I said, for the school. And those kids are pumped up. Everywhere I go, I see people with FAU shirts. I've never seen so many FAU shirts ever than I do now, and they're all over the place. So hats off to them. Hats off to the program. Hopefully you guys win tonight. And you're in the Big Apple, so do it up big time. Biggest stage in the world. What is it, National Puppy Day today, Franny?
It is. It's National Puppy Day, and I'm kind of disappointed that there's no puppies in here right now.
They were in yesterday.
I thought, yeah.
How about that? That didn't make sense. They should have coordinated that a little better, huh?
No, I thought I was going to show up.
I think it was yesterday?
Tuesday.
Oh,
right?
is it Tuesday?
When they do the puppies every year?
Yeah, and they bring them for cool and wild. They
Big
always
Dog Ranch Rescue.
Yep.
They do that on Tuesday mornings.
Ah, okay.
Yes. But yeah, I was hoping I was going to run in and there's going to be puppies everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just I'm highly disappointed.
Oh, here, you can look at my puppies.
It is. It's National Puppy Day. And if you want to celebrate National Puppy Day, they said that there are a few ways that you can do so. Besides, being here and playing with puppies, because clearly that's not going to happen. I actually did have a dream, though. I had a dream that I got another dog.
Oh, that could happen.
And then my husband was like, take it back.
Wow. Hold on, here comes the boss.
That was in the same dream?
No, I kid. I keep on wanting to rescue another golden, and I want to rescue one of those that come from China. And that's just because they were about to be somebody's meal. And I just, and I was just like, I just have so much compassion for all rescues. I do, but I've been stalking the site on Facebook. It's a golden rescue site.
That's why.
I have, and they have all these different ones that come in, and they're all adult dogs, and they're all beautiful. And I just want to give it such a beautiful home because I just know what hell they have been through.
Sure.
Beforehand.
So you should do it.
Yeah.
Screw my husband. I'm going to do it anyways.
What are you stopping for?
Save the world. You could do it.
I know, but he's just like, a third dog. He's like, it's going to be so expensive. Imagine the hair. I was like, we already have the hair. What's a little extra golden glitter around the house? But yeah, so these are ways if you would like to celebrate National Puppy Day. Adopt. That's what they're saying. If you can adopt, do so. If you can foster, do so. There are so many animals that that need homes right now. And I know we always talk about it here. Big Dog Ranch Rescue does a great job. Peggy Adams, Humane Society. Adopt, don't shop, right? If you can. And I understand some people specifically want to breed. We even just found out one of those most expensive dogs ever. We took the ones that Lady Gaga stole, the French Bulldogs. Mm-hmm. A lot of people want those dogs, and you can find them every now and then at rescues. You can.
They're the most popular now.
They are,
in the United States,
They beat.
But you can find them even in rescue situations, or they're pretty close to full breed.
Yeah, you definitely can
adopt.
But and so they actually beat out the French Bulldog. The Labrador Retriever was the most popular dog in America for 3 decades.
Oh, has it been that long?
That long.
I'm not surprised.
That long.
Yeah,
and then this year, the Frenchie was like, move over.
Yeah, look out. And you know what else you can do, too? And a lot of people don't think about it. And I just thought of it now, too, myself. And something that, I might even do coming up pretty soon if I get a couple extra dollars. Even if you can't adopt where you have a home for a dog, you can pay for the adoption fees.
Yes, you can.
And, the last that I saw at the Humane Society, they weren't too expensive. It was under $100. And now I don't know what it is now. So it would be worthwhile looking into. But if you pay for those adoption fees, then somebody else that can, have the dog in their home, they don't have to worry about the paying for it. And it makes it a little bit easier for a dog to get adopted.
Yep. And not just that, there are, and I know locally we've talked about it, where they have been dropping the adoption fees.
Sometimes they do that.
Dropping fees,
Dropping?
How much are the fees to adopt?
The last I knew at the Humane Society in St. Lucie, now this is years ago, so I don't want to quote it, but it was $75.
Okay.
So, and that was the fees. And then of course, sometimes, if the animal needs shots or anything like that. Now, a lot of times those places do that as well, where they take care of that as well. I've seen some, a couple times too, where people that work there or volunteer there pay for those adoption fees. So they're already taken care of. So it's just to make it easier to get the animal rescued.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
There was a girl in Tampa. There was a story about her having a lemonade stand in her parents' Tampa restaurant. She raised $61,000 for animal rescue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw that this morning. 61 grand in 4 years, I think, or something like that, which is great. But she raised $61,000, and it goes to animal rescue. So again, anything you guys can do or contribute in any way, like Jimmy said, Franny said, you can pick up the fees. That'd be great for somebody, and to give the dogs a home, which is always good because everybody needs a home.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's not always about adopting. There are a lot of local shelters who often just don't have enough room, so they have fostering programs. If you can just take them in just temporarily, most of the time when they take them in temporarily, they ended up becoming a full-time family member.
Sure. Yeah.
I know somebody who that just happened to. They're like, my husband did not want a dog, but he was like, okay, whatever, we'll foster the dog. And then the dog came, and 2 days later, the husband was attached.
So that's what you should do. Then you get a third dog.
I know. Well, we almost, my husband last week or 2 weeks ago, he was like, you almost had a dog. And I was like, what do you mean I almost had a dog? So he was driving home and he was in our neighborhood and there was an Amazon driver with a, what are they called? English cream golden retriever, the very light colored ones.
Okay.
Puppy. And he's there and he's petting it and it's like somewhere like in between houses. And so my husband kind of slows down because he was like, all right, it's kind of weird. There's a puppy, Amazon driver, nobody else is around. So my husband pulls down the window and he was like, everything okay? And the Amazon driver's like, I've been here with this dog for like 10 minutes. He was like, I've been knocking on the door. Nobody's answering. I don't know if it's their dog. I don't want to leave it.
So it was loose.
It was loose,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
And it didn't have a collar on it. And so the Amazon driver didn't want to leave. And anytime he would walk away, he said that the puppy would like run after him all playful and stuff, like, don't leave me. So my husband, and he was like, and I got these deliveries I got to do, but I don't want to leave. So my husband was he got out of his truck. He was going to take the dog off of his hands because he was like, whatever.
Right.
And so as he did, my husband said, like, right when his foot stepped out of the truck, and we wouldn't have kept it. We would have found out because it's somebody in the neighborhood. But right when he did, the lady came out of her. She was like, oh, my God, and the Amazon driver said it was 10 minutes more or plus. She was like, how did the dog get out? It was in the backyard, blah, blah, blah. And I'm guessing because a puppy, it may have dug a hole or something like that because I guess it was fenced in. But she's very lucky because there's a lot of traffic on that road.
Sure.
That Amazon driver stayed with that dog.
Sure, very
until
nice.
she finally came out of the house because he said he was knocking for a good bit. Yep.
So you almost had your dog.
He said, I almost got you a dog. I was like, there's no way. I was like, we live in the neighborhood. I'm not stealing somebody's dog. Of course, you go through the steps, see if it's microchipped, call the shelters, do that, and then we take the dog.
No, let's steal one from China instead.
And then we take it.
So that's what you should just go home and go, look what happened. I was driving down the street.
And it just flew in from China.
And I just happened to pick it up. I mean,
How do they do that? I mean, is there
Rescues go
somebody
there.
over there that
Yes.
sends it?
They go everywhere. Puerto Rico, China. They go everywhere, and they go and they rescue dogs, and so they have a connection with rescues over in that area.
Okay.
And then they bring them to the States, not just here in Florida, all over the place.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And they're not always Goldens. I mean, it's whatever dogs they go and save from the meat markets over there.
It's got to be a pretty big expense.
Oh, it is. And that's why, and I know I donate money towards them, and you can because it does. It costs a lot for them to not only bring them over here, but to get them vaccinated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's National Puppy Day. If you guys want to make something happen, maybe somebody in your house is like, we can't have a dog right now. It's a tough time, yada, yada. But this is the day you bring home. You just say it's National Puppy Day. I got to bring home this dog. So I never seen so many dogs in my life until I moved into my building. And it seems like everybody, I think 65% of people who live there have dogs. And that's what they told me.
That was what it was like when I lived in a high rise too.
Yeah.
A lot of people did. It was a good way to meet your neighbors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you want to meet somebody, everybody will say, oh, what a nice dog. What is it? What's going on? Does it talk? All stuff like that.
Does it talk, huh?
Yeah, stuff like that. I ran to Dunkin' Donuts this morning to get a cup of coffee because I had a very, very late night last night. But, Jimmy, I know they got some new breakfast coming out.
Yeah, look at that. Well, it actually started yesterday. Dunkin' rings in spring of 2023 with the debut of the new breakfast taco. The chain's first ever breakfast taco starts with a warm flour tortilla loaded up with scrambled eggs, melted sharp white cheddar cheese, fire roasted corn, and a drizzle of tangy lime crema. which I guess is
Ooh.
cream in Spanish.
Yeah, like a sour cream, like a very saucy.
The tacos can be ordered with or without crispy crumbled bacon, although I don't know why you wouldn't order it with bacon for an additional flavor boost. According to Duncan, what sets a breakfast tacos apart are their blend of spring-forward ingredients with fire-roasted corn taken center stage. The tacos are designed to be eaten with guests on the go, served in a convenient Duncan taco holder to keep all the flavors in place. And you can find breakfast tacos at participating Dunkin' locations nationwide for a limited time. The campaign did start yesterday. Now, not to be undone, and I've got the audio for it here, so let me get to it here. Not to be undone, Taco Bell also announced a new breakfast item as well. I don't have much of a write-up on it, but here's the commercial that they have playing right now.
In order to compete with Dunkin's new breakfast tacos, Taco Bell is now serving up spicy Mexican donuts.
Oh.
Forget your boring donuts filled with fruit jellies or custard. Taco Bell donuts are filled with your choice of hot sauce, creamy jalapeno, zesty guacamole, or even chipotle ranch. And coming soon, try an old-fashioned glazed dipped in white spicy queso. Taco Bell donuts. For those times when X-Lax just isn't strong enough for your morning toilet time.
Oh, boy.
Sold
I tell you
me.
what. Yeah, I'm sold on that.
On my way.
What do you think? You like that breakfast?
Yes.
Seriously, back to because Dunkin's was real. Obviously, that was a parody. But Dunkin's breakfast taco is
delicious.
real, and that does sound good. Tell you what, throw that bacon on there for me, and that'll be a nice new item that you can get on your way into work. What do you think, Greek? Does that sound good to you?
I'm not a big taco guy, but I do go to Dunkin'. Not as much as I used to. I mean, I used to start my day every single day there, but maybe try it. Maybe if it's the one that Ben Affleck's at, I go up there and say, "Hey, is Ben working?"
That'd be great. yeah. What he's doing drive-through though, so you got to hit the drive-through if you want Ben.
Yeah, or J-Lo.
J-Lo here?
Yeah, you probably want her more. So it is National Puppy Day, and at 47142, we got a text. Said my fiance is the VP of Greyhounds in Motion. They bring galgos and padencos from Spain, which are a type of breed of sighthound, greyhound. Okay. So they bring them over. It's a nonprofit in Spain. It's called Galgo del Sol. They said, look into them. They do some good work. So if you want a greyhound or that, they call them sighthounds, definitely look into them. Yep.
It's one of the ways you can get involved with the show, which we always appreciate you guys giving us some input. You can text us, put in Real Radio 47142. You can always email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or you can pick up the phone, 877-927-6969. Give us a call. It is National Puppy Day. So just remember that if you want to get a dog, or maybe you've been thinking about it, today might be the day that you can actually, go down there, make it happen, and give some dog a home. Because like I said, everybody needs a home. We got the Sweet 16 tonight and starting, and FAU is in the Garden taking on Tennessee. Our FAU Owls making a national spotlight tonight. Hopefully they can win and bring back, get to the Elite Eight, which would be amazing for the program. Canes are playing tomorrow night. They got a tough game, too. They got Houston. But now you're getting down to the last 16, so, the game's going to get tougher. That's just the way it is. So we hope the FAU Owls win tonight. I'm sure all the bars and restaurants are going to be packed in that area, people watching the games. I know there's a lot. Yeah, I know there's a lot of watch parties. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll be back with This Day in History and a trifecta. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice, comfortable start to our Thursday morning. Temperatures, it's falling into the 60s and low 70s, 50s for some inland locations, but warming back to around 80 degrees later today. Staying dry, sunny, and comfortable with a light breeze. Winds out of the east around 15 miles per hour. We're going to warm our temperatures as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Should married couples go into business together? This week on Red Pilled America, we dive into that question. After 20 years of being married and working together, you could say we're experts on the subject. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell. Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. SMART is protecting our community today and tomorrow.
Cards issued by Celtic Bank, member FDIC.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 3.5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. ramp.com/free.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/radio. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/radio. That's 4hims.com/radio for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/RADIO.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio.
We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there with a 5-star menu, and they're open till 5 a.m. Full nude, full ladies all the time. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. And this Saturday, March 25th, it's Find the Booty, the boat show after party. It kicks off early in the day, happy hour 2 to 6, and the magic continues all night long. If you want the beautiful ladies, there's only one place to go. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Boat show after party this Saturday, March 25th. Peace.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
It's good to have hobbies, it's good to travel, it's good to do fun things in retirement, but I think most of us also want to do something meaningful in terms of giving back to the community.
I think if you start as an ombudsman, it's going to tear at your heartstrings and it's going to pull you in. Our older folks need us.
For more information, go to ombudsman.elderaffairs.org. That's ombudsman.elderaffairs.org.
Hey, it's a Greek for Burt Max's Restaurant, American Bar and Grill, Delray Marketplace. Whether it's lunchtime or dinner or brunch, 7 days a week, this is the perfect place to enjoy a great meal with a great atmosphere. And this Saturday, the locker room will be in the house, March 25th from 11 to 3. It's hoop season, baby, and a great place to enjoy a great hamburger and some real radio is at Burt Max's in Delray Marketplace. This Saturday, we'll be there live, 11 to 3. Peace.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Place your bid and pay 30, 40, up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center. Choose from over 700 economy cars, family cars, sports cars, luxury cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles at up to 50% less than their original MSRP. And all qualifying vehicles are backed with a 30-day return policy for your peace of mind. Need credit? Get pre-approved in seconds online at preauctionsalescenter.com. Plus, we want to buy your car and pay you thousands more than it's worth. Pay up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street in Hollywood. Click preauctionsalescenter.com or call 844-MY-PRICE. Open till midnight.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Let me count the ways. Your case will be handled by your lawyer, a paralegal, and a case manager who's always in the office for you when your lawyer's in court. There's also a 24-hour hotline if you ever have a question or a problem. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. Lots of people hired us. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 4/4/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Hey, it's the Greek for Superior Street Golf Carts. All makes, all models. Whatever you want for your golf cart, they will make it happen at Superior Street Golf Carts. The Penthouse will be live on Friday, 3/24 for Greek's Hardwood at their Boca Raton location. Supreme Street Golf Carts is the place to be if you want a golf cart like no other. If you want to be a baller, if you want to stand out, there's only one place to go. Supreme Street Golf Carts. Peace.
Sweating a broken AC? There's an expert for that. Let your local experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you cool. Right now, get $50 off any repair. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Problems continue in Jupiter this morning. Westbound Indiantown Road is closed between 95 and the Turnpike. 95 on and off ramps at Indiantown Road are closed. If you're exiting at Indiantown, you're going to be forced east. Turnpike off and on ramps are also closed. Enter at PGA Boulevard instead. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Getting ready for the Sweet 16, and maybe your bracket still has a chance. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
And now it's time for this day in history and a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creaky Trifecta.
Well, it's not like the old days, but this was a very intense game. But the Heat won last night against the Knicks, and anytime we could beat the Knicks, it's still good because it was a big win for the Heat. They won 127-120. Jimmy Butler dropped in 35 points. So the Heat, again, pick up a victory. That helps them. They are in 7th place right now in the Eastern Conference for the playoff run. So hopefully everything continues on the way it does, and we make the playoffs, and maybe we get hot at the right time of the season, which is always the playoffs, and we can make a little bit of a run. Sweet 16 does kick off tonight. There will be a few games tonight, a few tomorrow. There are 4 games tonight and 4 games on Friday. The Canes play Friday against Houston, and again, the FAU Owls take on Tennessee tonight, 9:30. They are getting, I believe, 5.5 points from Tennessee. And if Tennessee's not hitting 3-pointers, then we got a shot tonight. So hopefully the FAU Owls can get out there and keep hooting. And if they win tonight, this is it. I'm telling you, we're going to be nationwide. Everybody's going to know who FAU is. This is a big game. It's going to be a tough game, but then they can get into the Elite 8. And John Morant came back last night for the Memphis Grizzlies, dropped in 17 as they beat the Rockets. He was suspended for 8 games for his incident that he had in a strip club where he was waving a gun. He did say he had some comments. He doesn't have a drinking problem. That was just some bad judgment that he made. He went into counseling in Florida, and hopefully everything for him is smooth. They did say that he lost between $35 and $40 million in endorsements because of the situation. Whether or not that is true, that is what it's out there. He had an energy drink that was going to get involved with him and a sneaker company that was thinking about giving him his own shoe. Again, you got to be careful what you put out there on Instagram and social media. And for him, it wasn't somebody who really filmed him. It was him himself putting it on Instagram. Since then, he has discontinued all his social media accounts. And that is your first trifecta of the day. And now we're going into this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, come on to the magic carpet ride as we go back 248 years ago today in 1775. I'm sure you've heard this before. Patrick Henry delivered the well-known speech featuring the phrase, "Give me Liberty University -6 for 3 dimes," or "Give me death." The Second Virginia Convention at St. John's Church, Richmond.
Yeah, have you heard that before?
I could have sworn they were only favored by 3, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in that.
It's a famous line. You don't want to argue with it.
Got it.
How can
I believe everything Jimmy said.
Trust my history here. 217 years ago today, in 1806, tired of being mugged in San Francisco every day and having completed the first U.S. overland expedition to the Pacific coast, explorers Meriwether Lewis and William Clark began the return to St. Louis, Missouri, where their journey had begun in May of 1804. 184 years ago today, in 1839, ever wonder where this came from? The initials OK are first published in the Boston Morning Post. Meant as an abbreviation for OLLKORRECT, which is O correct, a misspelling of it, all right? It's a popular slang misspelling of all correct. Okay, so that's what it is. So they changed the letters on there on purpose. It's how they used to do it. And actually, in a way, we still do it in modern day. Kids do. They misspell words like cool, Kewl for cool. It's exactly what it was done back then. Okay steadily made its way into the everyday speech of Americans. 166 years ago today, in 1857, American inventor Elisha Otis installed the very first commercial elevator in a department store in New York City. 111 years ago today, in 1912, the Dixie Cup was invented. They were created by a guy who was wisely worried about disease being spread by people sharing a dipper to drink at railway stations and other public buildings. 78 years ago today, in 1945, the U.S. Navy ships bombed the Japanese island of Okinawa in preparation for the Allied invasion. It would become the largest battle of the Pacific War in World War II. 41 years ago today, in 1982, Joni Loves Chachi, starring Aaron Moran and Scott Baio, debuted on ABC. The word chachi is very similar to a Korean word for penis. I would imagine that makes Joni a very popular girl in Korea. 40 years ago today, in 1983, ZZ Top released their Eliminator album. Of course, that's the one that featured their big hits, Legs, Give Me All Your Lovin', and Sharp Dressed Man. 38 years ago today, in 1985, a guy you might have heard of, Billy Joel, and another girl you might have heard of, Christy Brinkley. They were married in New York. 33 years ago today, in 1990, Pretty Woman hit theaters, starring Julia Roberts, of course. I love it, this right up here, as a hooker with a heart of gold.
They usually do have hearts of gold.
And Richard Gere as a rich guy who rents her love. 31 years ago today, 1992, Billy Ray Cyrus released his signature song, Achy Breaky Heart. 29 years ago today, 94 was the year, the great one. Wayne Gretzky broke Gordie Howe's NHL career record with his 802nd goal. Jeez. 25 years ago today, 1998, Titanic won 11 Oscars at the 70th Academy Awards, tying the record set by Ben-Hur back in 1959. Titanic won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Song. And Best Actress for Kate Winslet, of course. Now there are 3 movies with 11 Oscar wins. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, made its 3-way tie in 2003. 20 years ago today, in 2003, boy, this is one of those ones that makes me really feel old. It's been 20 years since Eminem's Lose Yourself won an Oscar, when it was in the movie 8 Mile. 12 years ago today, in 2011, Elizabeth Taylor passed away at the ripe young age of 79. And finally, 2 years ago today, in 2021, the Suez Canal was blocked after the mega freighter Ever Given ran aground, and it took 6 days to remove that vessel. And that's what happened on this wonderful day, March 23rd, in our history.
Go ahead.
Going from that, I was going to go into a couple of stupid criminals. I don't know if you guys saw this story or not, but I'll give you, it's a quick one. 2 Virginia jail inmates have been recaptured after they used a sharpened toothbrush to dig their way out of their prison cell.
Wow.
Yes, I said
Sounds like a movie.
That does, doesn't it? The unidentified men, 37 and 43, were found to be missing from their cell at the Newport News jail annex on Monday, according to officials. Guards found that the men had used a toothbrush to dig through the wall until they reached rebar, and then they used a piece of the rebar to dig the rest of the way out.
That's amazing.
Then they crawled to freedom through 500 yards of crap-smelling foulness that was unimaginable. Oh, wait, that was Andy Dufresne.
Okay.
After that, they scaled an outer containment wall, and then they ran away. So what's the dumb part? Well, the cops found them in an IHOP. After they left there, they must have been super hungry after all that digging.
You blame
them? Stop for a tall stack. So they're sitting there eating away, and the cops walk in. Hey, let's go, guys.
Not how you do it. You got to keep on going. You got to hide.
Can you imagine that?
Order Uber Eats.
You go through all that to get through cinder blocks. Now, this must have been a minimum security prison. It had to be, because I saw the wall. Well, I'm assuming it was the wall that they dug through, and it was a hole about, 3 foot wide. Very similar to what we saw in Shawshank.
Yeah.
And you could see how it was carved out and everything. I don't know what poster they used to cover the hole, but the idea was it was only a cinder block wide. I mean, it wasn't that wide. It wasn't like a real 4-foot thick concrete wall type thing. Yeah. So it must have been a minimum security prison. Then they only hopped over another wall in order to get out of there. But still in all,
that's amazing.
How do you go through all of that? That still had to be a lot of work. You go through all that only to stop at an IHOP and get busted and taken back. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense.
They had 10 hours of freedom.
How are they going to pay for the IHOP?
I don't know.
They probably weren't. They probably were going to go and dip out their criminals.
and they're still in their prison jumpsuits.
Yeah.
So the people working there knew what they were. They knew that they were.
They're probably the ones
convicts.
who called the cops.
They were.
Yeah.
They were the ones that called. And then boom,
so
lo and behold.
Maybe they should have got it to go.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, but
I can see that. That makes more sense.
But you probably have to pay before they give it to you. So they're like, we're just going to go. We're going to order all this food, and then we're just going to dine and dash.
But when they sat down and they got the orange jumpsuits, you don't think as a waitress or waiter like,
it's not Halloween, guys.
Yeah, how are you guys going to pay for this? I mean, yeah, they should have got it to go. Can we get this to go?
Maybe next time go to Dunkin' and get the new breakfast taco.
Still amazing what they
it's
did.
hot.
I mean, it's still unbelievable what they did. I mean, they're going to eventually take away toothbrushes, unfortunately. Because like Franny said, it's like a movie. It's just unbelievable that they did that and nobody knew that they were doing it. Jumped over a wall and they got a great ad though for IHOP. People will break out of prison for our breakfast.
Well, I thought about that. Do they like this idea or not? Do they like the pub from this or no?
I think so.
It does say like that's how delicious they are. These guys have been jailed for this is all they wanted.
Just the only thing they wanted when they broke out. I think it's a great ad.
But then they're like, do they want that? Because they don't want people to think like who are dining at IHOP that people who broke out of jail are dining at IHOP.
Come on in. We have prison inmates in there.
Believe me, every night you're out, you're sitting next to criminals. You just don't realize it. I don't know. I think it's a great ad for them.
The level is all that matters.
These guys just got caught.
And they're usually the ones that are more dangerous.
Pretty interesting. I think that's a great story. I think it's so funny that they got caught at IHOP.
It is. So we did talk about National Puppy Day, and I just have a couple more things to add on to this. And these are stats that people were talking about who have pets. Jimmy, you've had pets. You have a pet right now.
Sure,
Do you have any tattoos of your pets?
No,
you don't.
No.
Okay, and I know it's a very common thing, especially if your pet has passed away. My sister is actually looking to get, the one who lives in Georgia, she's had a couple Dobermans who've passed, and so she's looking to get some kind of tattoo in memory of them, maybe their paw prints or something like that.
Paw prints, very popular.
It is.
As far as a tattoo is concerned.
Yep, it is very popular, but there's a lot of people who do have pet tattoos.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. They polled 2,000 pet owners, and they found that 25% would consider getting a tattoo of their pet. 25% already are planning to get one, and 16% of them already have a pet-themed tattoo. Now, the ones that they do, they, like you said, it's like the paw prints are very popular. Also, some people get like the portrait of their animal on them. I've seen some of those, and they're pretty damn incredible. When you go.
Tattoo artists that can do portraits. I don't care whether it's a dog or a person. I mean, that is ones that do it well. I mean, that is just incredible. What a talent.
Yep, absolutely.
And then I've seen some that aren't that great either.
So almost half of these people own at least one item with a picture of their actual pet on it. Most commonly, the picture is an item of clothing that they put up. Yeah. And I've seen when you go on like Instagram and stuff like that, I see where you could take your dog and put him on your socks or a shirt or whatever.
I see.
Yeah. So you order that and you put an image of your pet on it. Another 42% own something with an animal that looks like their pet on it. I do. I have a few things. I got some bulldog items, and not for the school because I have a bulldog, and a lot of them actually were gifted to me. Some golden retriever stuff. I also have some Pomeranian stuff. I have some great Pomeranian socks because I had a couple of those too.
Sure.
Beyond clothing, other items include stuffed animals, keychains, phone cases, and I've seen the custom phone cases where you can actually get your pet on that.
Condoms, they're pretty popular.
Oh, really?
Aren't they?
Yeah, is that what you have? You got king
let
on
the dogs out?
You got king on your condoms. That would be so weird.
It's my pet snake.
You look down.
Call him Henry.
And you look down and your dog is on,
woof, woof.
Your dog is on your dog. That's weird.
Very weird. Very.
A third of respondents have custom designed their own pet merch. And 51% said that they'd be able to sell it to other people if they could.
I'm sure.
And it's very popular. I follow animals on Instagram, and it's Tucker Budson. He is a hilarious golden retriever with such a personality, and he has a merchandise line, and they make really good money.
I'm sure they do.
It's crazy how much money these people make.
Jimmy, we have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we do. We got our buddy Vaughn checking in with us. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, bud?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, Vaughn, how are you today?
Same crap, different day. Just a little bit happier than the day before.
Oh, that's good.
Hey.
If you're happier than yesterday, that means tomorrow's going to be even better.
Gotta like that. What are you doing these days, Vaughn? You still you doing handyman work? You back to towing? What are you doing these days, bud?
So I'm still towing.
Okay.
But I'm going to make a breaking news. March 31st is my last day towing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Do they know?
They do now.
My boss is kind of pissed. He was crying a little bit.
Okay, so what's next for you?
I'm actually going to do something completely different, going into working with generators, like home generators, install and servicing.
Okay.
So it was a blessing in disguise. I towed the guy's truck, and I had just asked him a question. Hey, are you guys hiring? Like, do you train? Like, apprenticeship type stuff. He's like, no, but, you can come in for an interview, we'll get you in, start at the ground, and work your way up. Like, all right, cool. See what happens. Did the interview, and the guy was like, so this is what we're going to do. You're not going to do that. We're going to bring you in this department and start you out with this, and this. And he's like, how does that sound? I looked at him, and I took a page out of G's book. Sign me up, and when do I start?
Good for you, Vaughn.
I couldn't turn it down.
That's great. I hope it works out.
Sounds like a good opportunity for you going into a completely different field. But, obviously you're a pretty mechanically inclined dude, so pretty easy. You should be able to pick that up.
Yeah, and if I still wanted to go back into towing, I could always do it at night.
Yeah.
If I really missed it. But looking at the schedule that they're giving me and the company, I'm going to be pretty good. And I'll say this, I've had my fun with the tow industry for the last 9 years. I've seen some stuff. I've done some crazier stuff. I've been to some pretty cool places, and I've actually met you guys through towing, and I'm going to keep you guys in when I'm going into the generator field.
Sure, you'll be out on the road. You can still pick us up, even if you need to get the iHeartRadio app on your phone. Let me ask you, Vaughn, because I did some hooking in my early years. And did you like picking up wrecks better or repos?
Oh, that kind of hooking.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the most excitement that I get is when I'm impounding it. Like, I'm taking your car, because it's an adrenaline rush. Because I have X amount of seconds or minutes to get your car before you realize that I'm taking it.
Yeah, here comes the repo, man.
Vaughn, I have a question for you, because you have a bit more insight in it. And Ford just announced that they have that patent where they want to be able to repossess their own car, like your car will repossess itself.
Oh, right. Okay.
Have you guys talked about that at all? Do you feel like that's going to be a threat in the industry where other vehicles or other makers are going to start doing that? And I know it's probably way down the line, but
I don't feel that's going to be a threat.
Okay.
What I do fear there will be a problem is the repo game works based off information given to the bank. So let's say you get a repossession notification, but you've already made your payment, and now your truck or your car is backing out your yard, and now you're going to have to go through hoops and ladders to get that car back. It sounds good, but I don't think it's going to be beneficial. The repo game industry is very vast. You will need somebody to be physically there to pick up whatever vehicle. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to take off like they want it to, because there's a lot of work that goes into a repo. It's not just, I see your car, I'm going to take it. No, we have to physically see it. Your tag has to pop in our system. We have to get an approval to take your car. There's a lot of steps that go into it.
Yeah.
And I don't think a system is going to be able to do all of that, let alone, take a car. Let's say somebody's in that car when the repossession order is activated.
You got to take the person too, and that's tough.
Right.
Yeah. Vaughn, we love you. Great luck with your new job. Please keep in touch. I'm glad you found us. I'm sure it made your life a lot better. Listen to us every day. So we wish you nothing but good luck.
I love you, Greek. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Take care, Vaughn.
Bye, Vaughn.
It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with some Florida stories and a lot more. Peace.
Welcome to the Cult Club. Exactly. Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice, comfortable start to our Thursday morning. Temperatures, it's falling into the 60s and low 70s, 50s for some inland locations, but warming back to around 80 degrees later today. Staying dry, sunny, and comfortable with a light breeze. Winds out of the east around 15 miles per hour. We're going to warm our temperatures as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
There's an ideological war being waged against America's youth. We'll talk to two parents and two authors who wrote the book about it. Carol Markowitz and Bethany Mandela join me on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Bright Future scholarships are available to all Florida students pursuing higher education after high school. And now, students with part-time jobs can use their hard work to qualify in place of volunteer hours. That means you can get cash for college every time you cash your paycheck. So don't ghost your funds. Get your Bright Future scholarship your way today. Visit FloridaBrightFutures.gov to check eligibility and apply.
Bright Futures pays.
Hey, it's the Greek for Superior Street Golf Carts. All makes, all models. Whatever you want for your golf cart, they will make it happen at Superior Street Golf Carts. The Penthouse will be live on Friday, 3/24 for Greek's Hardwood at their Boca Raton location. Supreme Street Golf Carts is the place to be if you want a golf cart like no other. If you want to be a baller, if you want to stand out, there's only one place to go. Supreme Street Golf Carts. Peace.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
If someone said you get a comprehensive, personalized treatment plan with a medical professional for free to feel the best you ever have, wouldn't you jump all over that? Hey, this is Franny, and at Begin a New Med Spa, they're offering exactly that. It's their optimal wellness program for only $0 with qualifying insurance. Some of the benefits of the program are increased energy, weight loss, better sleep, and a healthier, more revved up sex life. And I'm living proof of all those benefits because I have been on Begin a New's optimal wellness program for a year now, and I've never felt or looked better. And this spring, Begin a New Med Spa has so many deals, like 20 units of Botox for only $199. A small area of laser hair removal is only $89 for 6 sessions. And to get your body summer ready, Begin Anew has a Fat Blaster Shot package for just $280. I'm telling you, you are not going to find deals like this with the quality of work and service anywhere else. To see all their spring specials and to book a consultation, go to beginanewmed.com.
And now for today's Roblox winter weather alert. iHeartland on Roblox has been walloped by a winter snowstorm. It is a winter wonderland. You can now ice skate at State Farm Park. In State Farm Neighborhood, you can compete in snowball fights, grab a hot cocoa and cookies, and more. There's also special events from your favorite artists and podcasters all month, along with scavenger hunts, exclusive content, and unique items. So enjoy the festive winter weather at iHeartland on Roblox. Head to iHeartRadio.com/iHeartland today.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. With New South Windows, you don't have to sacrifice energy efficiency for storm protection. Our products are Energy Star rated and made with impact and non-impact options, giving you the best of both worlds.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts up to 30%. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding and Sonic initiatives across the board, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles. We have been partnering with iHeart across multiple platforms, both for brand enhancement as well as for performance marketing. I think the cut-through of the message and the recall of the brand are much higher. Also, it has been very beneficial for us to integrate some of our campaigns into the native content of iHeart. It has been a very nice partnership, and it continues to be very strong into the future.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Hey,
Hey, it's Megan. It's springtime in South Florida, which means it's heating up. And I have the perfect spirit to help you cool off in this Florida heat. It's Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. How refreshing does a mojito with Knox & Dunn sound for a delicious twist? Or crack open your favorite ginger beer and pour yourself a Florida mule made with Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. And for those of you that think you're not a rum drinker, think again. Knox & Dunn is so versatile that even whiskey and bourbon drinkers have made the switch. Is it because it's aged in American oak bourbon barrels or the fact that they use real Florida sugarcane? All I know is it's time to get my hands on another bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. Thank me later.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
An update out of Jupiter this morning. Everything's been reopened along Indiantown Road between 95 and the Turnpike. That includes the on and off ramps from the Turnpike and 95 to Indiantown. Got a bit of a delay, though, northbound along the Turnpike just after Boynton Beach Boulevard. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Need weekend plans? Check out what's happening at your local Lowe's. Weekending at Lowe's gives you and your family the opportunity to make them your weekend destination with free events, workshops, and more. Visit Lowe's.com/events for this month's full lineup.
From the Anajar Levine Accident Attorney.
(747) iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back at the Penthouse on Real Radio. Always appreciate you guys. Can't thank you enough for listening to Real Radio and letting us entertain you for 4 hours a day. After that, you're on your own. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Hello and good morning to you.
And this is the girl that's going to produce the Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, I'm going to start with this one. You guys are really not going to like this story. So hold on to your wings.
My wings? My wings?
Okay, legs are crossed.
Your wings.
Boys are protected.
Your wings or wang?
Wang. I said wang. So, 49-year-old Alex Bonilla was arrested. The reason why? Well, the sheriff's office released a statement that said Bonilla broke into his neighbor's home on Sunday, tied him up, and mutilated his genitals with scissors. Deputies say that Bonilla...
You're right.
Yep.
We don't like this story.
Then took his severed penis.
All right, don't get into it.
And fled across the street to his own house.
Oh, my God.
It's like lives right across the street.
My God.
Well, the motive is still under investigation, but they do believe that this guy is his wife's lover.
You knew it. You knew it.
Should have.
$25,000 on that he was probably banging his girlfriend or wife.
The next door neighbor banging his wife. That's what they do believe. As I mentioned, it is still under investigation, but...
Price of gas.
I love this. Motive is still under investigation, though an arrest report says he caught his wife and the victim having sex in May. So, I don't know if you need more of a motive than that.
That's terrible. All around. Right across the street. Have some respect.
Oh, God.
And that's a terrible story.
Took it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Go to a hotel room.
You'll get to you'll get to hear.
Jimmy's right.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'll tell you.
Get some
Tell her to
morals.
get at 1 o'clock.
Did I tell you how much I love you today? Even more? Keep it in your pants, people. Keep it in your pants.
Well, that too.
And then
That might help.
Polk County is searching for a spring break squatter, and I don't mean she's at somebody's house going, I'm not leaving. There was a woman seen on video walking into someone's yard around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not even dark out yet. And she drops her pants and just lets it out. She went to a home off of Ilos Loop Road. They said she was on a boat. Got off the boat, walked into the yard.
I got some classy ones
Went
today.
over to the side yard, into their hedges, popped a squat. I love it. They said showing us her shiny rear while she goes to the bathroom in these people's hedges.
It's terrible.
Sheriff Grady Judd, our favorite, right? Grady Judd said, that's right, it's trespassing. We got to find audio for this because I love it when he tells stories. Anyone?
And you know there's audio for it.
Oh, absolutely. There's video somewhere, and I will see if I can find an embeddable version of it so we can post it. Because they're saying if you recognize a woman, because there's video of her, they're asking you to call the sheriff. Yes. Yeah, they're asking you to call
that ass.
They're asking you to call the sheriff's office.
I know that ass.
I've seen it before. That's familiar.
I got to call you back.
All right. So if you know that ass.
It's between 1 and 3 people. My landscaper, my pool cleaner, and that girl I know.
Oh, your landscaper's got a nice ass, huh?
That's why he's my landscaper.
I probably can post this video coming up shortly because if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app and you live in Polk County, maybe you'll be able to bust this squatter. And there is audio, Jimmy. I'll send it to you for 1 o'clock hour.
Perfect.
Because I'm looking at our favorite sheriff.
I
Right
can't wait to the 1 o'clock hour.
I
After
love
that
him.
first story.
I love this guy. And then
Got some audio of that?
Oh, no. Yeah.
I'll work on that.
Oh, don't.
And then this is just video, realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog. It's realradio921.com/penthouse. There is, and I don't know if you follow Only in Florida. Do you follow them on Instagram?
Just recently, yeah.
Yeah, love them. I think maybe I told you about him.
We talked about it the other day,
Yes.
and I think that's why I started to follow.
So if you don't, it's Only in Florida, and Florida has 2 A's. It's a good follow. I saw this yesterday, and now it's everywhere. I posted at realradio921.com/thepenthouse. It is a couple just hanging out in a little area, a little watering hole. Looks like a river or something that you go kayaking, canoeing in. They're sitting there.
right.
They're just sitting right in the middle of it, having a sandwich, enjoying their time. And here comes an alligator. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And the guy feeds it a damn sandwich.
Starts feeding it.
He has it come over and he's just feeding it a sandwich. This is the problem, people. Feeding damn alligators. They get too comfortable.
You're right.
And they come right up. I mean, it could have easily bitten his wife's face. It didn't. Everything was fine. But you can see this craziness go down. RealRadio921.com. I mean, he scratches underneath his chin. Like it's a dog. It's crazy. And he shared his, it was a pork loin sandwich from what I've heard. Looks like a Cuban. Looks delicious. And that is your Look at Florida.
So if you were a gator, you would eat it too? Is that what you're saying?
I would eat it, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And there you go.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. I'm going to come back with Confessions of a Stripper and so much more. This is going to help you guys, so pay attention when I come back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Bobcat of Palm Beach.
Get ready for another busy season of grass cutting, shredding, loading, digging, or moving. Bobcat of Palm Beach offers an extensive lineup of tough Bobcat equipment that gets the job done. Stop in at 5731 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach or call 800-BOBCAT-0.
What the Florida is sponsored by Superior Street Golf Carts.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Carr, just Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Bright Future Scholarships have been funding higher education in Florida for over 2 decades. Last year alone, more than $600 million was made available to Florida students. So don't miss out. Millions of dollars in Bright Future Scholarships are waiting for you. Make your money moves and fund your future today. Visit FloridaBrightFutures.gov to check eligibility and apply.
Bright Futures pays.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
John, what are you doing? Get in my car. Why are you walking to work?
Thanks, man. It's these insanely high gas prices. They are draining my bank account. I can't afford to drive anymore.
Dude, don't walk. Just do what I do, because I never pay full price for gas anymore. I use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, you're telling me you get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMART for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code SMART. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMART for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMART.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
What would you do if a secret cabal of the most powerful folks in the United States told you, hey, let's start a coup?
Back in the 1930s, a Marine named Smedley Butler was all that stood between the U.S. and fascism.
I'm Ben Boland.
I'm Alex French.
And I'm Smedley Butler. Join us for this sordid tale of ambition, treason, and what happens when evil tycoons have too much time on their hands.
Listen to Let's Start a Coup on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you find your favorite shows.
Hey, it's Agree for Burt and Max's Restaurant, American Bar and Grill, Delray Marketplace. Whether it's lunchtime or dinner or brunch, 7 days a week, this is the perfect place to enjoy a great meal with a great atmosphere. And this Saturday, the locker room will be in the house, March 25th from 11 to 3. It's hoop season, baby, and a great place to enjoy a great hamburger and some real radio is at Burt and Max's in Delray Marketplace. This Saturday, over there live, 11 to 3. Peace.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
An update out of Jupiter this morning. Everything's been reopened along Indiantown Road between 95 and the Turnpike. That includes the on and off ramps from the Turnpike and 95 to Indiantown. Got a bit of a delay, though, northbound along the Turnpike just after Boynton Beach Boulevard. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. For your guaranteed biggest refund and 50% off tax prep, switch to Jackson Hewitt. 50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to the Holy Spirit.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Wow, Franny. Didn't know you were so selfish. Can't believe you're going to take food away from the starving kids in China.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That's twisted.
That was terrible.
That is messed up, dude.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourself. I hope you started off with Rover and his crew, and they keep you going all the time, Monday to Friday. Rover and his crew, always a good show to listen to and get you out of the sack. Jimmy's here.
Hello, Ed. Good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, hello.
And the other night, I was out and about talking to a couple ladies who used to be dancers. So what they did is tell me things they don't like. So I know most people out there have gone to a strip club maybe once in their life or maybe on a regular basis. And if you are going, make sure you go to Monroe's tonight, big party. And also there's a big party Saturday night. Boat show's in town this weekend, and there's a big party there on Saturday night. But these are 3 things that girls do not like what you're there.
Confessions of a stripper?
Yes.
Yeah, yo. More la la. Yeah, yo. Better have my money. Y'all should know me well enough. Better have my money. Please don't call me on my blood. Pay me what you
All right, the first thing they do not like is when guys go to strip clubs and they watch sporting games. The girls were like, go to a sports bar. You're taking up a seat. And she's like, I hate when I go up to them and they tell me they're watching the game. We don't care you're watching the game. Go someplace else. Don't be here and taking up one of our seats. So maybe
And if you're going to take up a seat, maybe tip them very well.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
And she said a lot of guys come in and just say, we're watching the game, don't bother us. She goes, and we need those seats and we need to make our money. So I understood that. Number 2, if you've ever been to a strip club, when you go to the men's bathroom, there are tons of colognes, and you usually give the guy a tip. Both girls said to me, we hate when guys throw on so much cologne. It's brutal. And then they come
That's
right
just
out.
in life.
Yeah, that's a good in life. Yeah,
Just
There's a
in
lot
life.
of people
And
that should
women,
take
too.
that on.
And
Yep.
women, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's such thing as too much.
Yeah, but there is situations like she said, like then we're right on top of them. It's,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I know you're talking about strip clubs, but I'm just saying in general,
Yeah.
do not lay it on thick.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Yes.
So she said, that just bothers us so much. And I said, I do realize that because I took a flight one time from Vegas to New Jersey and the woman had on Charlie and I wanted to jump out halfway. But she said, guys do that for whatever reason. They'll go in the club, they'll hang out, then they'll go to men's bathroom.
They think they smell good. They think it smells good. Yeah.
Yep. And she goes, and then they put it all over themselves or they mix it. She goes, and sometimes she goes, I get a headache from it. So I said, that's tough. I do understand that. And another thing she said, both of them said, is when they're done with the dance, that's it. They're done with the dance. And guys get mad when they leave. And she's like, if I stay, I got to get paid. I can't just stay there and hang out with you. Usually she goes, we'll talk to a couple of guys in the beginning, 5-10 minutes, small talk.
They can for money, right?
Yeah, that's what she said. But,
but it's for money.
Yeah, she said, like, we'll give a guy a dance, and then we're like, we got to go. And she goes, the reaction a lot of times with guys is that it's, where you going? If you want me to stay, I got to get paid. And remember, you're just renting them. That's all it is. And you can't get offended if they leave. If you want them to stay, you got to pay. Just like when you got rent. You have to pay rent. If you don't pay the rent, what happens? You get thrown out.
It's just like it.
Yeah.
Just like it.
Just
Get
like having a
evicted.
place to live.
That's just like having a roof over
Paying
your
rent.
head. Uh-huh.
Just trying to help
like
you.
it.
Steady on boobs over your head. Yeah, I get it. It's just like it.
She did reflect on a couple other things. She said the younger guys are tougher to deal with for them. One girl was 32, one girl was 39. She said, but the younger guys are tougher. She said they're just really hard sometimes.
So if you're young, do something about it.
Well, she just said they'll ask them to do some brutal things. They're mean to them. Again, this was their 2 scenarios that they've been around.
Yeah, that's typical. I'm not surprised by that at all, where the older guys have been around. They know what they're there for, and they know the rules, and you've been down the road. So, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
I think I told you guys a story where...
when you were stripping?
No, never has that happened. Where I went to a strip club with a group of friends, and we went. It was afternoon time. We went day drinking, and then
so you got the day shift.
Yes, and then ended up going there. And my buddy who frequents strip clubs, and he was frequenting this. Now he's moved over to Monroe's because he's going to a classier joint. But he used to go to one that's not known to be very classy, but he always had a tab there. He always had bottles left over.
Right.
So we went there, and there was
Regular.
a group of us. Yeah.
Excellent.
And there was a group of us, and there was 2 guys who were in town from California. And over there, they don't have fully nude.
Yeah.
So they were like kids in a candy store. They were like, oh my God. And we had to tell them like certain things. Not only were they tipping up like dollars, but they were only like, they were rolling them up in little balls and like just tossing them at him. And we're like, it's a little degrading, first of all. And then one tried to put it right her backside. And my buddy he like grabbed his hand and he was like, I know that you're not used to this and you may be a little overzealous, a little overexcited, but you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. And you could tell the girls were just like, please get these guys out of here. And I was embarrassed.
Some of those backwoods ones, you can kind of get away with that stuff, right? In some places.
But they I know, but they're not from the backwoods.
It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah. They're not
They're
not from the backwoods. They're just not, they were like, they're probably drunk too, but they were not used to the fully nude.
Yeah,
they were acting stupid.
Yeah, Chicago, I don't think you're allowed fully nude. And Jersey, I'm not sure.
There's a lot of places that don't.
Yeah, so Florida is a great state.
Hell, you couldn't show your top in Jersey.
Yeah.
Somewhere, like pasties or?
Yeah, you have to have pasties.
Pasties. Yeah.
Again, from what we heard. But these were confessions of strippers, and they were saying a couple things. They gave me a couple more stuff. Maybe
I was going to say there had to be more than that.
Yeah, there were some other things, but
I'm sure we can find a Reddit thread, confessions of strippers.
Yeah, the one girl said she was going to write a book.
Well, confessions are a little different, right? These are just things that annoy the dancers, but the confessions are probably the real good, juicy ones.
Well,
right?
my girlfriend who never danced, she was always just a cocktail waitress, but she worked at an establishment for 20 plus years. And I even said they should name the place after her.
Oh, right.
Very popular. Even when she still goes there, like everybody's like, hey, what's up? And they tip her, even though she's not working. Like she has got that. Just remember her. She has people take care of her. And from working there for so long, and it's a higher end strip club and stuff, she says that she could write a book. She said, the things she's seen, the celebrities, everything that went into that place. You know who I'm talking about. She said,
imagine.
I said, do it.
Yeah.
I was like, do it if you can, and you got stories to tell, and I believe she does.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, profit off of it.
Leave the names out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Again, we might revisit this again. There was a couple other things I said. They told me that I'm bringing on to you guys, just trying to help you. Biggest thing, sports game. And if you're watching the game,
that's kind of surprising because, that's something that the establishment provides.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I'm a little surprised by that. But I guess if you're up front in one of their main seating areas, there's different areas that you could sit. I could see the guys that kind of sit in the back and just watch a game.
Well, their biggest thing is that they're not giving them tips, no matter where you're sitting. Yeah, that's the thing that the club wants to have for them, but they're saying, like, sit down, maybe get a dance while you're watching the game, maybe give us a tip, maybe we could have a drink with you.
Mm-hmm.
But to tell us, like, just go away and dismiss us, she was, and a lot of guys do that. She just, get away. I said, maybe a good thing to do is schedule yourself when there's no games. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. We're going to come back with a trifecta and a giveaway for a big concert at 11:45. We'll be back. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like, 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Cards issued by Celtic Bank, member FDIC.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money. so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 3.5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/free. Ramp.com/free. RAMP.com/free.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, Head of Marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Hurry into Jackson Hewitt for 50% off tax prep, but do it before April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max savings $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Hey, it's Megan. It's springtime in South Florida, which means it's heating up. And I have the perfect spirit to help you cool off in this Florida heat. It's Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. How refreshing does a mojito with Knox & Dunn sound for a delicious twist? Or crack open your favorite ginger beer and pour yourself a Florida Mule made with Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. And for those of you that think you're not a rum drinker, think again. Knox & Dunn is so versatile that even whiskey and bourbon drinkers have made the switch. Is it because it's aged in American oak bourbon barrels or the fact that they use real Florida sugarcane? All I know is it's time to get my hands on another bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. Thank me later.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
The championship meet continues at Gulfstream Park with racing action Wednesday through Sunday. Enjoy the races outdoors from the Carousel Club or inside at 10 Palms featuring a great view of the track. For reservations and more, head to GulfstreamPark.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Stop and go this morning, northbound along the Turnpike just after Boynton Beach Boulevard. Everything's clear over in Jupiter. Indiantown Road's been reopened between 95 and the Turnpike. The ramps from 95 and the Turnpike to Indiantown have also been reopened. Got a crash westbound Okeechobee Boulevard at Jog Road, blocking a right lane. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Hey, this is Granny. Rick, to celebrate National Puppy Day, when they come over tonight, you're going to put your hound dog into my Shih Tzu. Honey?
Ooh, Greek, happy National Puppy Day. I couldn't have said it any better than you did. Every puppy deserves a good home. So I hope you have room at your place for my puppies. They're very playful and they love to be petted, Greek. And like all puppies, they absolutely love whipped cream. Oh, and every once in a while, Greek, you just gotta give them a good bone. Oh, happy National Puppy Day. Ruff, ruff.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Two voices that I wish I never heard and stick in my mind all the time.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Granny and what was it, Wheat Germ? You guys are the best. Always appreciate you listening to Real Radio. We love everybody here. It is Jimmy in the Penthouse. Hello and good morning. Francis in the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Miami Heat won last night, 127-120. The game went over the total. Jimmy Butler, big night, 35 points by Jimmy Buckets. Great night for the Heat. Anytime you can beat the Knicks, it's always a big win. Miami did win, and they are 6th in the Eastern Conference right now as we speak to make the playoffs. So hopefully we can finish strong, get hot in the playoffs, and maybe make a run. A team that's on a run is the FAU Owls. Hoot, hoot. They're in a Sweet 16 tonight. All over the place. People are jacked up. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of watch parties around the area in Boca. I see it all on the news last night, today. They're up in Madison Square Garden playing Tennessee. I believe tonight the game's at 9 o'clock tip-off. And tomorrow, the Canes are playing Houston. So there's 16 teams left. Obviously, the competition gets a little tougher right now. Can FAU pull off another miracle tonight and get a big W? Tennessee's tough, and they're good at three-point shots. If they miss their three-point shots, I think FAU's got a shot. I'm going to say if Tennessee goes less than 40% from the three-point line, FAU picks up a W. John Morant is back. He had a situation about 10 days ago in a strip club where he got a little out of hand and was showing a gun, and he got suspended by the NBA for 8 games. Also went to counseling in our state of Florida. He said he doesn't have a drinking problem. That was just some bad decisions that he made. Memphis Grizzlies did win last night, 130-125, and Morant dropped in 17 points. And Reggie Jackson, Hall of Famer with the Yankees and the A's, won a bunch of championships, was on Howard Stern yesterday, talked about love, Billy Martin, Thurman Munson, his situations, 2 relationships that were not good for him with the Yanks. But as far as women goes, Reggie said that he cheated a lot, and that's why he really never found love. He did have a daughter years ago who gave him 2 grandkids that he said he loves and enjoys, but he's dating somebody right now that he's been with for a long time. But Reggie said that he did paint outside the lines for years, and that's why he had a problem in relationships. And again, I enjoy Howard. I also enjoy him when he does when he interviews sports guys, because he usually doesn't do that a lot. But he's a very good interviewer, one of the best. And that is your morning trifecta. Peace. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Let us know if you're rooting for the Owls tonight or you think they got a chance. You could also text us, Real Radio 47142, or you can email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Give us a call. You could text us, or like I said, you could text us or you could call us, whatever you guys want. Get involved with the show. Tomorrow we'll be at Superior Street Golf Carts, 240 North Dixie Highway in Boca. If you want to get a golf cart, that is the place to go. No doubt about it. These guys do everything from A to Z to get any golf cart you want. They'll do anything, music, lights, wheels, different, anything you want with seats. These are the best guys. They take care of it. Supreme Street Golf Carts, 240 North Dixie Highway, Boca Raton. Now, Giselle's interview on Vanity Fair has been coming out little by little. And people have been talking about it, reading it, saying a lot of different things. She did come out and say she had a little bit of a hard time with Bridget Monahan, their relationship. Brady put something on Instagram today that was very cryptic. People are checking that out. I don't know if you can figure out anything that people put up cryptic. But Giselle seems like she can't get away from social media and that she always wants to have something to say when she feels like she's not getting, the real scenario. She said football was not the reason for the divorce, but it does seem like this is not going to go away. Franny, do you think that people it seems like everybody wants to hear what Giselle has to say, obviously because she was married to Brady.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It was such a big deal. Everybody thought they had the picture-perfect marriage, and when they announced her divorce, it was a shock to people. So, I mean, with all celebrities and the royal family, whatever, people, they like to read gossip.
Now, she has been linked to her karate instructor who taught her kids, and she is in Brazil.
And she also, I think she made comments, which kind of sounds like, and I'm gonna check out her article when it does come out. If it already is it out already?
They think
in Vanity Fair.
Oh, well, it's not out. I don't think on the stores, but they've been letting out like paragraphs, different things.
And so from things that they have been kind of leaking out there, that she does make reference to her new relationship, but she does shut down rumors that she's with that billionaire guy.
Yeah.
She shuts that down. I did see something, too, about Tom Brady that he has agreed to do, like, the roast, right?
Yeah.
But he said that absolutely off limits is her and his kids. He said, nothing to do with my family, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, and that's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think anybody would want you saying something about your kids or your ex-wife or, the mother of your children. So I don't think that's a tough thing for the comedians or whoever on there to do it. I think it'll be an interesting roast with Brady, and I'm sure it'll get a lot of people who know him, or Snoop Dogg will probably be there, I would assume. Maybe Martha Stewart. They'll get some, classic guys up there.
They're always there.
Yeah, yeah.
Snoop and Martha are, just like Ross. I mean, it's those are staples. I mean, I know Ross is the king of the roasts right now, but
they'll throw in Gronk and stuff like that.
Yeah,
throw in people who know
Manning.
him. Yeah.
Belichick?
I bet they try to get him. I would. Kraft. I could see them trying to get all those guys.
Yeah.
Peyton has done the past couple, hasn't he? Hasn't he gotten involved with those a little bit? And that's the only reason why he jumps to mind, because clearly the two of them were
good
rivals all those years and good friends as well. So
yeah, they've done a lot of videos.
I definitely see that. Eli, a lot of those higher profile guys that are getting into television more and more now. So yeah, definitely Gronk as well. So I mean, no guarantee, but I mean, if I was the producers of Comedy Central putting it together, that's at least some of the names that come to mind. I was also reading a little bit, just more headlines and a little fringe on this whole thing. Apparently, she's saying that there is no relationship. Giselle, going back to that part, Giselle is saying there is no relationship with the jiu-jitsu instructor.
Oh, okay. See, I read about the billionaire.
She says it's not, but I read a couple of lines. It's kind of extract, like Franny said and Greek had said, the whole article isn't out yet, so whatever bits and pieces are being leaked. But so who knows? But
I think she should have stayed away from Bridget Monahan, because that's, the son's there. And that's got to, hurt his feelings about his mom and different things.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what it is that she actually says about it, right? I mean, that part isn't, again, none of it's out, right?
No,
we're just getting dribs and drabs.
We're getting stuff that has been leaked. She just said they were not on the same page a lot as co-parents.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I don't think that's anything big. I think people would want to hear that. They would expect that would be addressed, because again, this is an interview, correct? So the questions are being asked and she's responding to the questions. Maybe you're right. Maybe the best thing for something like that would be no comment. I mean, I guess that could be right. If your point is that she shouldn't go after, one of the other children's moms. And I get that. Depends on how much she, quote unquote, goes after.
Yeah. I mean,
the fact that they didn't get along, that happens a lot in step.
And they already have her specific quotes from Vanity Fair when they ask her about this Joaquim guy, and she basically says that she's very grateful for him. He's a great friend, and talking about the people around him, she said Joaquim especially. He's our teacher, and most importantly, he's a person that I admire and I trust. It's so good to have that kind of energy, to have my kids around that type of energy. And then when they ask about Jeffrey Sofer, who's Elle McPherson's ex-husband.
Yeah.
The billionaire guy. She's like, doesn't he own Fountain Blue? Didn't we figure that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I have zero relationship with him in any way. So with him, she shuts it down. With the other guy, she's like, oh, he's a great friend. I love his energy. He's good to be around. And that could just be it.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. And a lot of times those interviews, too, when you want an interview with like Vanity Fair and stuff like that for a big star, they tell them what you're going to ask. Just like Brady said with the big roast. Like, you can't. Yeah, they could be like, hey, I'm not doing that.
Never know.
But, we'll see what happens. It is a topic that a lot of people are talking about, just not in the sports world. It was all over.
Well, speaking of celebrities, how about a chance to see some celebrities? We have a pair of tickets to see Slightly Stupid with special guest Sublime with Rome, Sunday, September 3rd at I Think Financial Amphitheater.
Can I win them?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely. Give us a call, 877-927-6969. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win a pair right now. Give us a call, 877-927-6969. We're going to play a little game called Who's Most Likely To, and that is super simple. Franny's going to read a scenario. The three of us are going to vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario, and then you have to guess who we voted for. So don't always think of the answer that you would give. Think of the answer that we would give. sometimes that'll help you out. 877-927-6969. Look at that. Those phone lines are already blowing up to get some tickets for Slightly Stupid. I'm going to get some people lined up, and we'll come back and start to play.
If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go. Superior Street Golf Carts, and we'll be there tomorrow, 240 North Dixie Highway in Boca, doing some radio and talking about the madness and everything else that is going on. Always glad to be partners with these guys. If you want a golf cart, that's where you got to go. They could do anything from A to Z, and they'll make every golf cart special and your own, and you'll be a baller. And on Saturday, we're back out, Real Radio, with the Locker Room at Burnt Max's and Delray Marketplace West on Atlantic Avenue. That is a great restaurant. Been going there for a long, long time. Good friends of mine. And you'll love the food. You'll love the atmosphere. And there's a lot going on there all the time at the Delray Marketplace. But Burton Max's, for lunch, for dinner, for brunch, no matter what you want to do, enjoy yourself, go over to Burton Max's. That is the Locker Room on Saturday. We'll be there from 11 to 3. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to try to win these concert tickets. And it is National Puppy Day. So today is a good day to possibly get a puppy or maybe to, get one out of rescue and help out. So this is a day that maybe you can go home. If your significant other said, we're not getting another dog or we don't have room for a dog, you walk in and go, it's National Puppy Day. How can I say no? I had Confessions of a Stripper. If you missed that, where it's also on our Instagram on Real Radio. I did a video because a lot of times I do videos when things are very, very empowering.
The deep stuff.
Yeah, the deep stuff that you got to hear. So it's on Instagram. I know our buddy Clint, who fakes what he does every day at home, working for social media, he said he put it up. So that should be up soon. Love you, Clint. And you are the man. Jimmy is getting everybody together, and then we'll start the contest, and then you guys will have an opportunity to win tickets to a great concert and a great time. Always on Real Radio. We want to thank you guys for listening all the time. This is our way to thank you every time at 11:45. Every day we have something we're giving you, whether it's concert tickets, sporting events, amusement parks, rapids, restaurants. Gave away $200 a couple days ago to New York Prime, my favorite restaurant in the whole wide world. Make sure you guys step up all the time at 11:45 and you get a chance to win some prizes. And who doesn't want to win a prize? Everybody wants to win a prize. I mean, come on. Somebody bought me a cigar yesterday. I was excited. And also, I got to play a lottery ticket this weekend. Maybe I'm going to win. We had a horoscope yesterday that said that Pisces was number 2. Aries is the first luckiest this year in love and money. So I'm going to play a scratch-off, and maybe I could win. And maybe not, too. Usually when I play scratch-offs, not too lucky. Had one big hit, and that was it. And out of all my scratch-off history. Jimmy, are we ready?
All right. Yes, we are ready. And we are starting today's contest with Patrick. Patrick, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up, Penthouse?
Patrick, how are you? First of all, thank you for listening to Real Radio. We appreciate that so much. How long have you been listening?
I've been listening for about 18 years.
Oh, nice. Got a good running going there. So let's see if we can get you, for all that loyalty, all those years of tuning into this fine radio station, let's see if we can get you hooked up with a pair of tickets to see Slightly Stupid. All right, bud?
That would be awesome.
All right. We are going, Franny's going to read a scenario.
All right.
We are going to vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario, and you have to guess who we voted for. Okay, bud?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here we go.
All right. You just got to think of who we're going to say, even if it doesn't fit any of us.
Sometimes they don't.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Every now and then we
you're
get
right.
one that just
And
really
sometimes
doesn't
it's
fit
just
any.
obvious. All right, Patrick, out of the three of us, Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to be a math genius?
Okay, we have our answer. Patrick, out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to be a math genius?
I'm going to go Jimmy because he used to fly planes.
Almost there. I switched my vote. I thought you would guess Franny. That's why. All right.
Sorry,
I wanted you to
Patrick.
win, Patrick.
If you guys didn't know, in
No
this
problem.
Georgia, when I was 10 years old, I was in the top 10 in math. I thought I've told you guys this before.
I thought there was only 9 kids.
In the whole state. 10 years
Really?
old. Yeah, it went downhill from there, but yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, I got a whole certificate and everything from the governor. Yeah, big deal.
That's amazing.
Wow.
God, I got to bow to you when I walk in the studio.
Big deal.
Top 10 the whole state. That's huge.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, sorry about that, Patrick. Next up, we have Rob. Rob, welcome to the Penthouse.
Thank you. How you guys doing today?
Doing great, Rob. How you doing yourself?
Excellent, thank you.
All right, that's good. How long you been listening to Real Radio?
A long time, very long time.
Well, we appreciate it.
Well, we do thank you for that. And to say thanks, let's see if we can get you hooked up with a pair of tickets to see Slightly Stupid. Franny has another scenario she's going to read. We're going to vote, and then you got to guess who we voted for. And I have a little bed here, so it's not much.
Slightly Stupid.
There we go.
Slightly Stupid,
Get
if
it
you
going.
want. All right, here we go.
Just give us a moment after I ask the question to place our votes. So out of the three of us, Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to forget to text you back?
Okay, we have our answer. Rob, out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who is most likely to forget to text you back?
Greek.
Sorry.
Unfortunately,
They chose Franny.
Well, Greek is very prompt. When you text him, he'll text you right back. When you call him, he calls you right back. Normally, it doesn't take that long.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, next up we have Travis. Travis, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, guys.
Travis, how are you? And thanks for listening to Real Radio. That's the most important thing. First of all, how long you been listening?
I want to say about 20 years.
Wow.
Nice. Another long timer. Thank you so much for that, Travis. Let's see if we can hook you up with a pair of tickets to see Slightly Stupid. They're going to be with Sublime with Rome Sunday, September 3rd at I Think Financial Amphitheater. So you ready for any? Got another one? Ready? All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let it rip.
Okay, out of the three of us, Greek, Jimmy, or Franny, who's most likely to talk during the entire movie?
All right, we have our answer. Travis, out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who's most likely to talk through the movie?
I want to go with Franny.
Now, we went with Greek, but you know what? That one doesn't fit any of us because none of us would talk through a movie. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. Thanks anyway, Travis. Next up, we have Nate. Nate, welcome to the Penthouse.
Howdy, y'all.
Nate, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
That's good.
All right. Let's see if we can make you even better with a pair of tickets to see Slightly Stupid, buddy. Franny, got another one ready?
I do,
All
yes.
right. Here we go.
All right, let's get this done. Out of the three of us, Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is more likely to enjoy living alone in the wilderness?
Okay, we have our answer. Nate, out of the three of us, who is most likely to enjoy living in the wilderness alone? Myself, Francis, or Greek?
I'm going to go with Jimmy.
Yes.
Nice. There you go. I'm working on it, too.
As we speak.
I hope your wife's not listening.
We speak.
I just bought a plot of land during last break.
All right, that's an awesome job, Nate. Now, if you would, Nate, I'm going to put you on hold in a very short minute here. We're going to go to break. I'm going to come back on the line with you off air, get a little more info. We'll get you set up with those tickets. Okay, pal?
Cool, sounds good.
All right, great job, man.
Congratulations. And I do want to go through the text at 47142, started off with Real Radio. I love it. Somebody knows who I was talking about the book from the strip club. They said, tell her to write a book.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. And they named the strip club. They're like, that book would be a #1 seller. And I'm like, yeah, I've tried. I've told her. Then we have Good Morning Penthouse. It's Chris, the bus driver. Just to follow up with Greek, I guess you were saying all week and last week, it's okay to ask a woman, how was your bracket? This week is the only time you could say, nice puppies. I said, G-Man, love you.
Oh, we get that today?
Yes, because it's National Puppy Day.
National Puppy Day. Nice puppies.
And
I don't have a dog.
And then we.
That's what you
yeah,
might
and
get
you're
that
like,
answer.
You're like, I'm not walking a dog. I do have a dog. It's just not on me. And I apologize. We do have Real TV running right now. You can see G-Man and Jimmy. I'm sure I'm having internet issues. Mine keeps on crashing.
Today's
they're
your
like
day.
turn it on. It's not the Real TV issue. This building has been having Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah.
So mine just keeps on crashing.
Maybe we should change seats.
So I
You sit
apologize.
here this way, the camera's
Oh,
on
that's
you.
the captain's chair. I couldn't take that away from you.
Oh, I know, but it's more important if you're a saint than me.
Well, you can just move the camera if you wanted. But
Yeah.
but then people can't see you.
Yeah, and then we're going to get
Here,
text going, I can't see Greek.
They don't care.
Can't make everybody happy.
But we do try every day on Real Radio. We try to make you every happy.
Yes.
We give you 4 hours a day, 20 on your own. Come on, make it happen.
Yeah.
Fun facts, Franny. What do you got?
Yeah, Franny, what do you got?
Maybe they're about puppies. I don't know.
Not mad. Not mad.
What time are you leaving? It is the Penthouse on a Thursday, a Scooby-Dooby-Doo Thursday, because it's Puppy Day. And let's go, FAU Owls. Come on. If you see me tonight and FAU wins, I'll buy you a cigar and a lap dance. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Live without a net. Suck it podcasts. Unless you're our podcast. That can get fixed in post, right? Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber, HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while saving up to 50%. With Blue Stream Fiber, your community gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Florida Community Health Centers provide pediatric and adult care, as well as COVID services for West Palm Beach. Florida Community Health Centers is located at 5827 Corporate Way, Suite 135 in West Palm Beach. To learn more or to schedule an appointment in West Palm Beach, visit fchcinc.org. That's fchcinc.org. Florida Community Health Centers wants everyone to stay safe and stay healthy.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there with a 5-star menu, and they're open till 5 a.m. Full nude, full ladies all the time. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. And this Saturday, March 25th, it's Find the Booty, the boat show after party. It kicks off early in the day, happy hour 2 to 6, and the magic continues all night long. If you want the beautiful ladies, there's only one place to go. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Boat show after party this Saturday, March 25th. Peace.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, "I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Of course, your favorite station is on the free iHeartRadio app. Take us with you anywhere and listen anytime. Plus, get thousands of other stations and playlists all free. Download our free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
Hey, it's the Greek for Superior Street Golf Carts. All makes, all models. Whatever you want for your golf cart, they will make it happen at Superior Street Golf Carts. The Penthouse will be live on Friday, 3/24 for Greek's Hardwood at their Boca Raton location. Supreme Street Golf Carts is the place to be if you want a golf cart like no other. If you want to be a baller, if you want to stand out, there's only one place to go. Supreme Street Golf Carts. Peace.
Florida Talk Real Estate is your one-stop real estate shop. Whether you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, you're stuck with a home and you don't know what to do, look no further than FloridaTalkRealEstate.com. Listen every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. until 11, right here on Real Radio 92.1.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday afternoon, the start of the Sweet 16 and the Madness. Let's go FAU Owls. Don't forget tonight, go out there and represent. If you can't get up to Madison Square Garden, I understand, but get in front of a TV and root these kids on. Hopefully they get a big W.
Oh, come on. Get up to MSG, you cheap bastards.
You still got time. It's only 12 o'clock. You can get a 1 o'clock flight, be up there at 3:30. You're 20 minutes from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Get dinner in the city.
Greek will get a hotel for you.
Yeah. I mean,
all set.
Whatever. I mean, it would be fun just to root on the Owls. Let's go Owls. I really do hope you guys win tonight. No money on the game, but I'm just going to be rooting like a real fan to try to help out the neighborhood because I live right behind there. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon, actually, yes.
And good afternoon to Francis.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
And it's National Puppy Day, so
It is.
What are the facts of fun about?
Well, about puppies.
Really? Roof.
Shocker. Yeah, because I love puppies.
Cool.
You
How
love
long is
puppies.
a puppy? A year? That's what it usually takes, about a year?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, how long is a puppy a puppy? I know, like, people
3,
say the way that they
4?
act. Some people are like, they'll act like a puppy for 2 years.
Okay.
Like, I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I don't know, G, man. I'm
That's a
stumped.
very
It's not in my
interesting
fun.
question.
It's not in my fun facts. If anybody knows, let us know. 47142.
Never had a dog, just thought about it.
But yeah, their normal routine sounds awesome. A newborn puppy sleeps a lot. Yeah, absolutely, because that's what they do. They sleep, eat, repeat. They will sleep much like a human, and newborns in terms of several hours at a time. They wake up to eat, then they return back to sleep very shortly after that. They say be sure to keep your new puppy cozy. After all, puppy sleeping, they need a lot. So make sure they're comfortable. They say get the perfect bed for your puppy to snuggle up with because this is a phase where they definitely need their rest. I'll say that they are born in an undeveloped state. Newborns are born undeveloped, meaning that they are born blind and deaf with no teeth.
Oh, man.
I know.
It's got to be tough first couple days.
Oh, tough first couple. You're right. They don't need it. All I have to do is just sense where their mama's teat is. during this vulnerable stage in their lives, they need to be cared for and fed by their parents. If you happen to be caring for a newborn puppy, because sometimes it happens, right? That have been orphaned or rejected, they say, kind of treat it like you would their mama. But you give them a bottle, and they have a specific formula that you should do. And you do this up to 6 weeks old. Next, we have on these fun facts about puppies. The word puppy has French roots. Poupée. Poupée, that's what they say.
Poupée!
It means doll or toy. The word puppy doesn't appear to have entered the English language until the late 16th century. Before that, English speakers called baby dogs whelps.
Whelps?
Whelps.
I'm glad they went with puppy. It sounds nicer.
Yeah, you like it better than whelps? It said William Shakespeare's King John, believed to be written in the 1590s, is one of the earliest known works to use the term puppy dog. I feel like a lot of Shakespeare uses like the first, we always like hear that, like has the first time you've heard a certain word.
Sure.
Right? Then in your puppy news, or puppy facts, puppies have baby teeth like we do. And I'm sure if you've had a puppy, you know that. I call them baby sharks is what they are because they're so damn sharp. And they're just
True.
like, ugh.
Very true.
Yeah, like newborn mammals, puppies are born completely toothless at 2 to 4 weeks. That is when those 28 sharp little suckers start to come in. Around 12 to 16 weeks old, those baby teeth fall out. And by the time they're 6 months old, they should be sporting a set of 42 adult teeth. Puppies as well, they have a certain, some breeds are usually born C-section. I have heard that about bulldogs, but because of the way that their body's proportioned, and they say they're likely to be born with C-sections, then bulldogs have the big fat heads, even like the Frenchies do. So if they have a smaller skulls, then they're able to. But they say French bulldogs have cesarean births more than 80% of the time.
Wow, holy smokes.
The other breeds with high rates of C-section, Scottish Terriers, miniature Bull Terriers, Mastiffs, German wire hair pointers, and Pekingese. Those are all fat heads.
Yeah. One thing they have in common.
I have a girlfriend that is afraid to have children because her husband has a giant head.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. Hope he's not listening. Or her.
He knows.
Oh, he knows.
I went to go get him a Dallas Cowboy hat when I was at the AT&T Stadium, and I had to ask it I had to ask him to go in the back for a special size because he told me. I was like, hey, I'm looking at hats. What? He's like, they're not going to have my size on the rack.
Oh, really?
He was like, they will. He was like, sometimes they do. And luckily they did. They had like one hat left.
Good thing you know Jerry
and his
Jones.
extra large head.
It's just under Jerry Jones' size, actually.
His ego.
This is weird, but I've heard about it. Some puppies are born green. They say a puppy, yeah.
On St. Patrick's Day or different?
Yeah, just St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, just that. Sometimes a puppy in a light-colored litter can be born green on 2 different occasions. Back in 2017, in fact, British dogs made the news for giving birth to green-tinted puppies. One was a chocolate lab, which is weird, right? A brown chocolate lab had a green puppy. They named her Fifi after Fiona, who's from Shrek.
Ah, from Shrek. Yeah.
That's cute.
As soon as you said Fiona, I was like, wow, how about that for a tie-in?
And then there was a golden retriever in the Scottish Highlands, also gave birth to a puppy with a green coat, and they named him Forrest. That sounds adorable.
I was going to say Kermit, no?
No, but if you ever have one, there you go. They say puppies like baby talk more than their parents do. So when they get a little bit older, the dogs don't like the baby talk anymore. They say shut it down. But when they're,
They asked them?
They did.
I never understood that.
They did. But
They texted them.
They do. They grow. They say, like humans, puppies seem to grow out of baby talk. And the researchers found this. They had 30 women were asked to look at assorted photographs of people and dogs and utter this pre-written line. Hi, hello, cutie. Oh, you're a good boy. And they were doing it.
I heard that last night.
You're a good boy.
Cost you $300.
What a good boy.
Money up front.
But it's funny, though, but even as they were doing this as a study, and they did it with dogs, with people talking to adult dogs and baby dogs, and the puppies had more of a reaction.
Yeah.
But even people, when they looked at puppies, they talked more like babies than they did when they looked at the adult dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still baby talk my dogs.
Sure.
And finally here, Dalmatians. You know what those are, right?
101 of them?
Yeah, they got the spots on them.
Yeah,
They're born without spots.
Really?
That is true, yes.
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 Uh-huh. I never knew that. Yep.
Where did they get the spots from?
They have the most recognizable coat. Somebody just paints them. Comes on, stamps them on.
I figured that. Yeah, they got a guy, Dr. Seuss, comes along, he paints them all.
No,
Michelangelo's
it's
cousin.
Walt Disney, silly. Isn't that where 101 Dalmatian? Is that it? That's Walt Disney, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
But yeah, they're born white and spotless. The markings usually begin to show up after 4 weeks. And I don't know who does it. I'm just kidding. It's just a natural thing. And there you go.
Do you think they get mad when they start seeing spots? What's wrong? What's going on?
Oh my God, I got to see a doctor. I need a puppy doctor.
No,
I got spots on me.
Well, because they're blind when they're born.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it a good thing?
It all works out. Nice.
Maybe in that case it does. By the way, according to Mr. Google, because he knows all, although all puppies are officially considered adult dogs once they reach 1 year old, puppies continue to grow in height and size while their bones are still developing, which takes anywhere from 6 to 24 months. Their skeletal growth is what determines how tall they will become as adults. So apparently, officially and technically, 1 year old is it.
Interesting. Interesting. Did you know that there was a dog that was successfully cloned? So we had Jolly the sheep back in 96.
Yeah, I believe I've heard that.
Yeah, it was an Afghan hound named Snuffy and passed away 2015 at 10. And in 2017, they ended up cloning 4. They got 4 puppies from the clone, from his stem cells. 4 of them. And one passed away, but the other 3 survived. And so is it necessarily a clone? And I've heard people talk about that, like wanting to clone their dogs, and it's insanely expensive. But you're not going to get the dog. They may look like it, but their temperament, their personality.
Well, that's what a clone is.
And that's the thing.
It's a replica.
It is. It's a replica, but you would think that they do it because they want that dog that they lost, right? Like they want the dog. They want everything about it to come back and have them again. And
we can't have everything.
Don't you remember the movie Multiplicity? Do you remember how after they kept on cloning Michael Keaton over and over and again, how whacked out he got? Do you remember that movie?
No.
No, you never watched it?
I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh, it's so good. If you haven't watched it's years ago, but he got a clone, and then his cloned a clone, and then and then the last clone is just nuts.
So it gets progressively worse as it goes along. Yeah,
it's a good watch if you haven't seen it.
It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. We're going to come back in a few minutes, and Jimmy's got a story about somebody who was the Employee of the Year. That is a good title to have. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning.
Sweating a broken AC? There's an expert for that. Let your local experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning keep you cool. Right now, get $50 off any repair. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
We know that aging is not for the faint of heart, but the Landing of Lake Worth celebrates the rewards of aging and tackles the challenges head on. We believe life should be joyful at every stage, so we have a unique focus on wellness of mind, body, and spirit, bringing an unparalleled sense of optimism to residents and their families. Come home to personalized assisted living and memory care services at the Landing of Lake Worth, where happiness never grows old. Visit thelandingoflakeworth.com for more information. That's thelandingoflakeworth.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there with a 5-star menu, and they're open till 5 a.m. Full nude, full ladies all the time. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. And this Saturday, March 25th, it's Find the Booty, the boat show after party. It kicks off early in the day, happy hour 2 to 6, and the magic continues all night long. If you want the beautiful ladies, there's only one place to go. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Boat show after party this Saturday, March 25th. Peace.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
The podcast Let's Start a Coup wonders, what if a secret cabal of the nation's most powerful people tried to overthrow the president? Explore how it almost happened to FDR in the 1930s in this darkly comedic retelling of one of American history's weirdest schemes.
And for you, Major General Smedley Butler, nothing will ever be the same.
Why? Is it something bad?
Listen to Let's Start a Coup on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
In this week's Marketers Report, Patrizio Spagnoletto, Global Chief Marketing Officer Direct-to-Consumer for Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on building trust.
Trust is a really hard thing to build and a really easy thing to destroy, and we have to be very respectful about that. Our partnership with iHeart has really helped us build that trust and that relationship with the on-air talent.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Megan. It's springtime in South Florida, which means it's heating up. And I have the perfect spirit to help you cool off in this Florida heat. It's Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. How refreshing does a mojito with Knox & Dunn sound for a delicious twist? Or crack open your favorite ginger beer and pour yourself a Florida Mule made with Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. And for those of you that think you're not a rum drinker, think again. Knox & Dunn is so versatile that even whiskey and bourbon drinkers have made the switch. Is it because it's aged in American oak bourbon barrels or the fact that they use real Florida sugarcane? All I know is it's time to get my hands on another bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. Thank me later.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Stop and go this morning, northbound along the Turnpike just after Boynton Beach Boulevard. Everything's clear over in Jupiter. Indiantown Road's been reopened between 95 and the Turnpike. The ramps from 95 and the Turnpike to Indiantown have also been reopened. Got a crash westbound Okeechobee Boulevard at Jog Road, blocking the right lane. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Need weekend plans? Check out what's happening at your local Lowe's. Weekending at Lowe's gives you and your family the opportunity to make them your weekend destination with free events, workshops, and more. Visit Lowe's.com/events for this month's full lineup.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you. Open yourself to
Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're listening to Real Radio. Always appreciate you guys listening. 921 Real Radio. After us, it is the News Junkies, the Greek Zone, looking into the Sweet 16, and Lex and Terry. Jimmy is here.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hello.
And Jimmy's got an interesting story about a guy who went up and beyond.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we used the term Employee of the Year, but that was more of a metaphor. This guy should be Employee of the Year for Amazon. He's an Amazon driver, to be specific. And I'll give you a heads up. If you go to realradio921.com, look under the Penthouse blog. Franny puts up all kinds of great stories and videos up there every day. I put up a Greek Scram Girl each day, and I put up a video of this guy. And I'll give you the story. An Amazon driver went above and beyond the Call of Duty after fearlessly dropping off a package in the middle of an active police standoff. That's right. SWAT team members were reportedly engaged in a nearly 24-hour standoff with an armed suspect. Despite the dangerous situation, the Amazon courier wasn't about to be deterred from his parcel delivering pilgrimage. In the ludicrous clip, the unnamed driver in a blue Amazon vest strolls nonchalantly along a street lined up with flashing police cars and officers as they look on. So I got a little audio to go with that, and we'll play that right here.
Amazon, hard at work in the midst of a standoff. He's going to deliver his package. Oh, my God. Give us the package, bro.
The courier gets momentarily stopped by entering the heavily patrolled property, only to casually hand the package to a SWAT team member who heads towards the apartment with it in tow. He then does his normal routine of taking a picture and checking off the package as if it's been delivered like normal, right? Needless to say, viewers admired the courier's courage, with one gawker writing, "Now that's what you call Amazon Prime."
Yes.
One guy wrote on a response to the video that says, "The dude is more scared of Jeff Bezos than getting taken out."
Right?
Oh, that's great.
I mean, if you watched the video, I saw it earlier this morning, there are like 8 cop cars there, and he's just walking right through them.
Excuse me, pardon
doing
me.
my job.
Pardon me.
And nobody stopped him. It's like
No,
crazy.
no.
I lied.
Well,
There's like 12 cop SUVs there. It's nuts. And
Yeah,
he just keeps on walking through.
You think somebody might say, "What are you doing?"
He got up to where they were, where the officers were, and he handed the package. I'm sure they won't. There was only so far that they would let him go. Handed him the package. The guy takes a picture, made his delivery, gets back in his van, and takes off. The police arrived on the scene. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Amazon guidelines stipulate that if a driver isn't made by a guaranteed date, they'll refund any shipping fees. So obviously they put such a high pressure on the associates to make their deliveries. Boy, I tell you what, they sure did here.
I know, but I would take a picture or a video and be like, listen, dude, this is why I couldn't make it.
We
I don't
might
want
have
to get
some
shot.
circumstances here.
Yeah.
You got to wonder what happened to the package, though.
What was in the package?
I know.
That we don't know. By the way, a little backstory to what was going on there. The police arrived on the scene after an armed man barricaded himself into the Windsor apartments with his 11-year-old son. And this is actually not a great scenario of what happened. We're kind of making fun of what happened with the driver, but in this particular case, this guy was barricaded. He ended up killing himself.
Oh,
the son was okay. He got a gunshot wound, but was able to. The police officers were able to get in and rescue the son, but unfortunately, the person who was holding the child hostage is passed away. But yeah, what a amazing story. I mean, this guy's got a set of nuts. I gotta go, gotta do it, gotta make my delivery, man.
Imagine if he came back to Amazon and there was other guys that said, I couldn't make that delivery on Elm Street today. There was a dog. I couldn't deliver with somebody in the driveway. This guy's like, are you kidding me? I walked through a SWAT team. He is definitely a great employee.
Employee of the month, right? At least somebody's got to give him something.
RealRadio921.com. Look under the Penthouse blog. You can check out the video that I posted up there so you can get a perspective of what happened, what this kid did. That's pretty young kid, too. He looks like he's only 20 years old or something like that.
Young.
Yeah.
They're going to have to add that through rain, through snow, through sleet, through
somebody
SWAT.
else wrote that up there. Through standoff. They added and standoff at the end of that typical statement that typically goes with our U.S. postal carriers. But, yeah, that's pretty funny.
That is stoned. I mean, because you are risking your life. God forbid you don't know what you're walking into.
Well, he just saw the cop cars. Right?
Yeah.
I doubt that he knew what was happening. You know, I mean, you see the cars and that.
I mean, but you see that many, you got to go. Something's going down.
Well, if you see a SWAT van,
something is going down.
Somebody's got a gun.
So sometimes when maybe you see a lot of cops or specifically a car accident, are you guilty of rubbernecking? Asking.
Not really. For me, no,
Yeah.
I'm not because I really don't. I'm more interested in getting through whatever the deal is, you know.
What about you, G-Man?
Not really. I'm 50-50. God forbid if it's something really bad, like if I see a lot of cops and, more fire and everything. On 95, I'm commuting sometimes. You see like 10 cars, then you might look. But I try, like Jimmy, I try to get through.
And I do too. I will lie if I say I never have.
Yeah.
I will lie if I said I've never been like curious to drive by and like you see, especially if you see flames and this and that. And I just think it's natural reaction for people. We're just curious to see what happens. But yet we've all dealt with it. That is those little fender benders that we just have to look and see and slow down. That's what's causing your traffic jam.
Yeah.
And most of us, I think more of us do it than they say. There's 43% of us slow down to rubberneck when we see a crash. I don't know. I feel like more people do.
I see the thing that always got me about that. I mean, that's a term that's been around for decades, right? I mean, I learned that when I was a young kid, getting my driver's license at first. And, they say that people rubberneck and that's what causes the delays. I think it has a little something more to do with the fact that half the road has smashed cars in it and people have to slow down to get around it.
Yeah, you go from 4 lanes to 1.
But I've also
or something like that.
That
or
makes
whatever.
sense. But see, that would make sense. But I've also seen it where the crash is already pulled over to the side, cops are already there, the lanes are already open, but there's still traffic, and a lot of it when you see cop lights, people just slow down. But I have seen it where it's all still and there's still traffic because people do they slow and they look. They have to see what's going on.
There are some, yeah.
There are some times when cops pull over a car and there's no accident. People slow down.
But you have to now. It's a law. It's a law in Florida. So.
Yeah. So
that's one thing that we have. I mean, so you're going to see that, or you have to get over one lane, right, and have that lane in between. But if you're going to be in the lane that's right directly next to the lane that the officer and the car pulled over is in, it's required. I think 20 or 25 below the posted speed limit is what you have to slow down to. So I don't know. It's always been one of those things that in most accidents that I've driven by, you have to slow down. You have no choice.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily because.
But I think this specifically were people.
But you're right.
This specific. It was on YouGov is what they were talking about when people slow down, when accidents are pushed to the side. And one other stat that I thought was interesting from this was 1 in 5 Americans that were polled here admit to driving angry on a regular basis. They said road rage is a regular thing for them.
That's not good.
1 in 5.
Low. That number is low. I see it every day. So
that's
does Greek,
bad.
and so Franny may only be on 95 for 2 miles, but you see it as well.
I do. I've seen it.
I like when I'm driving. I watch somebody who's yelling in the car. I'm thinking to myself, they have to be on the phone.
I see it more on side roads than I do on the interstate, to be honest with you. North Lake is a cluster F. It is that and Indiantown Road sometimes, but North Lake is terrible. I see it more on that road than I do.
Yeah. People get mad. Mm-hmm. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll come back with a trifecta and a lot more on a Thursday.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
The Panthers are back home. They'll take on Toronto tonight. Florida had their 3-game winning streak snap with Tuesday's loss in Philly. Florida Atlantic continues their run in the NCAA tournament tonight. The 9th-seeded Owls clash with 4th-seeded Tennessee in the Sweet 16 in New York. And boxer Jake Paul is among 6 celebrities who reached settlements with the federal government for endorsing a crypto asset without saying he was paid to do so. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains.
These days, $10 doesn't get you very far. But with Brightline, guests can ride to Aventura Mall, try a new brunch spot in Boca Raton, or the next Miami Heat game. Brightline makes getting around South Florida easier than ever. Book your next ride at GoBrightline.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
Example 2022 Corolla LE 36-month lease, 12K miles per year, 10,000 due at signing, includes new tag and first payment, no security deposit required, plus tax on approved credit.
It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood. Truckloads of 2023 Toyotas are arriving daily. So now we're selling all remaining Toyotas at our absolute lowest prices. Like a pre-owned 2021 Camry SE, not $32,000, $23,775. A pre-owned 2021 Corolla LE, not $24,000, $16,775. Or lease a new 2022 Toyota from just $149 a month. $149 a month. Or buy with zero down. It's a massive 2022 sell-off at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Prices exclude tax, tag, registration, and title. Offers include $8.99 dealer fee. Ends 1/15/23.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
So I'm bullish on used cars right now. Go to my website, GiveMeTheVin.com, and you will get a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Sheridan House presents the Goliath Gauntlet on April 29th. 3 grueling miles with 20 amazing obstacles. All finishers receive awards and dry-fit t-shirts. This event will sell out fast. Register at GoliathGauntlet.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
It's a quiet Thursday afternoon drive throughout the Palm Beaches at this check. We've got a broken down car southbound 95 before Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. It's been moved out of the right lane off to the right shoulder. Seeing some stop and go northbound along 95 heading out of Boca, continuing on into Delray Beach. Over on the Turnpike, stop and go northbound at Boynton. I'm Michael Solar with your South Florida traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2023.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award.
Is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday afternoon. Hope you guys are having a good day. After us, it is the News Junkies, the Greek Zone back in the house, and we have Lex and Terry. And wake up in the morning, scrambled eggs, bacon, pancakes, and Rover and his crew. Jimmy's in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Francis.
Hello, good afternoon.
And it is time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Miami Heat won last night in Miami, 127-120. The game went over the total. Thank you, DraftKings. And they beat the Knicks. They are 6th place in the Eastern Conference as they try to make the playoffs. I think they will. And the Heat are playing a lot better. Jimmy Butler, big game last night. 35 points. Jimmy Buckets. Anytime you can beat the Knicks, it is a good night. Sweet 16 kicks off tonight with 4 games tonight and 4 games on Friday. And locally, FAU Owls, right in our backyard. Boca Raton, baby. They are taking on Tennessee, and that is at the Garden. The game's at 9 o'clock. You could still make the game. There is a flight on JetBlue at 2:35 that arrives in New York at 4. Plenty of time to catch the game. Just go out, maybe even check out the Statue of Liberty, get a lap dance, and get ready for the FAU Owls. Come on, Owls, let's win. Really like to see these kids get into the Elite Eight. That'd be the first time ever for the program. And John Morant came back last night for Memphis. He had a little bit of an issue about 2 weeks ago.
He was out in public and was a little bit out of control, showing around a gun. And on Instagram, since then he went to counseling, took away all his social media, closed it down for now. I think he'll go back on it. But last night he came back, helped the Grizzlies win 130-125, and he dropped in 17 points. But when he came back on the court, the fans gave him a standing ovation for John Morant. So that shows you the fans are behind him. I guess they thought what he did was not too wrong. The NBA did, because they did suspend him for 8 games. And that is your lunchtime trifecta on Puppy Day.
So I have a couple celebrity things here, and I know you do too, G-Man. But first, we're going to talk about a biopic that I think some will be happy about. Specifically, you stoners out there.
Yeah, 1240.
So Cheech and Chong, they're getting the biopic treatment. And yes, of course, they have their own flicks that they've had. I've actually, if you have not checked it out, maybe I'll do a throwback. My husband and I dressed up as Cheech and Chong a couple years ago.
Oh, that was a great picture.
It was
Best
pretty funny.
Costume ever.
It was pretty good. We had a good time doing it. But they're saying that they're in works with Hidden Pictures. This is an exclusive story, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And 1978, Up in Smoke. It's a cult classic, right?
Yeah.
It's getting its own big screen treatment. Todd Lieberman's Hidden Pictures is partnering up with Marin and Chung. And this is Underground and Five All in the Fifth Entertainment on a feature biopic about the comedy duo. So we know that they're very popular, like 70s and 80s, with the stoner culture. And it was that's when you think of, right? You just think of hippies and cannabis and just getting stoned. And that's even still to this day. If you watch the remake or the reboot, the 90s show from the 70s show.
Okay.
Tommy Chong is in it because he wasn't in the bat, and he's still the same stoner kind of character.
Yep.
Yeah.
And today's, everybody's thought process about marijuana is different. So I think, there'll be even more people that'll check it out and watch it.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of details, but they're saying they're very excited to work with these two guys. Completely different backgrounds, how they got together, how they changed comedy, made cannabis mainstream. So this is what it's going to be about. So if you're interested, we'll keep you up to date on when this is happening. And then I found this to be really interesting when I was delving into this. And these are celebrities who have connections to serial killers. Now, the first story that I read was Ashton Kutcher, and I was like, man, this is nuts. So it's not necessarily, some have like connections, like family blood, but some are like this story. Ashton Kutcher stumbled upon an active murder scene of Michael, the Hollywood Ripper. His last name is Gargulio, I believe I'm saying it right. And he played an instrumental role in putting him behind bars. So the story happens where he's believed the Hollywood Ripper to have stabbed to death his first victim, 18 years old, in Chicago. Her name was Trisha Pacaccio. 5 years later, fearing the authorities in Chicago were getting close to him, he moved to L.A. And he was kind of a wannabe actor. But to make money, he worked as an air conditioning repairman. And Hollywood nightclub, he worked as a bouncer. Mm-hmm. Well, he continued his murderous ways. They said stabbing to death at least 2 more women and attempting to kill a third. So in this case, there was a 22-year-old named Ashley Ellerin. And brutal murder. Like, the details are terrible. Well, the connection here is that Kutcher ended up testifying that he met her and the two of them hit it off really well, that he asked her out for drinks. So they went and had drinks. They had a great time. He spoke to her on the phone, and then they were going to have a date. And so when he was like, all right, I'm going to pick you up, everything's great. So he talked to her around 8:24, confirming he'd pick her up at 10 o'clock at night. Later at 10, he called her again to tell her he was running a little bit late. She didn't pick up. So he went to her place and knocked on the door around 10:45. She didn't answer. So he peeks through the window, and he saw what he thought was like red wine stains on the carpet. So then he left, assuming she refused to answer the door because he was late. Well, truth is, her body lay dead in the bathroom. Kutcher was lucky to leave the incident because that guy, the Hollywood Ripper, was still inside the apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, so his testimony established the timeline for the murder, which helped make the case against him, or against the defendant, and he was convicted and sentenced to death.
Wow.
So just because of that timeline of him being there, right?
Oof. That is spooky.
Deborah Harry. know her as Blondie, right?
Sure,
Lead
yeah.
singer Blondie, shall I say, because Blondie's a band. In 1970s, she accepted a car ride in the middle of the night. I like what you did there. From Ted Bundy.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
This is new to me too, yes. So Bundy, if not familiar, between 74 and 78, brutally sexually assaulted and murdered at least 30 young women across 7 states. And it seems as though that's, he charming. He tricked women into helping him he would wear a cast or using crutches, stuff like that. And he had the backseat removed from his VW Bugs to make more room for his victims. I didn't know this. So she described her encounter with him and said, I was trying to get across town to an after hours club. A little white car pulls up. Guy offers me a ride. So I just continued to try and flag a cab down. But he was very persistent, and he asked me where I was going. It was only a couple blocks away, and he said, well, I'll give you a ride. It's a classic setup that has many victims, seen many victims, especially in the 70s, meet their end. Well, her story goes on. She said once inside of his bug, she saw it had been altered. So there was no handles in the car to allow her to escape. She said it also had a really bad smell. She slowly rolled down the windows and tried to open the door from the outside. She said as soon as he saw that, he tried to turn the corner really fast and spun out of the car and ended up landing in the middle of the street. The car did. So they've questioned her claim, saying, for example, that there's no record of Bundy stalking women in New York City, but she stands by the story 100%, saying that she was able, once his car spun out, was able to get out.
Wow.
Uh-huh. So people were just like, I don't know. She's like, I swear to God this happened. You believe it or not. Because I don't know if there was any other crimes in New York City.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of things in here. I think there was over 12 stories of celebrities who have had some kind of connection with serial killers.
Those two are good. I mean, both of them. Unbelievable. Especially her taking a ride. It's from a total stranger. Yeah, I'll get in. But people did that back then. Just getting cars with somebody like, hey, I need a ride. Come on, I'll take you. And people felt safe. Today, no, don't do that. Do not do that at all. If you don't know the person, don't get in their car.
We do it every day, as Jimmy's mentioned, with Uber and Lyft.
Well, I think that, obviously you feel safe because you're calling Uber or Lyft. Mm-hmm. It's not a total stranger is a total stranger.
This one's interesting. So Beach Boys drummer Dennis Wilson became friends with Charles Manson, and they even got the Beach Boys Charles Manson did to record a song that was written by him. So wow. they have a song.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Uh-huh. Yep. I guess if you're not familiar with Manson, he was a leader of the Manson family. They had 100 people in that cult, lived in a community. Yeah. It was in the 60s and 70s. We know about the famous Sharon Tate murder, all that stuff. But yeah, I guess Wilson picked up a couple of hitchhiking girls who were part of Manson's group, ended up partying with them. They introduced him to Manson, who was an aspiring singer-songwriter. I didn't know that about him.
But that was in the movie where Brad Pitt.
Soon, I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Soon, Wilson was helping Manson meet music industry people and rewrote a Manson tune called Cease to Exist as Never Learn Not to Love, which Beach Boys released as a B-side. So they actually did release it. Probably not a big hit. But they said what started out as fun for Wilson quickly took a very disturbing turn when his cousin and fellow Beach Boy, Mike Love, they say a shaken Dennis Wilson confided in him that he witnessed Manson kill a man.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And so he was like, get me out of this mess in this relationship. Yep. So a lot of people have relationships. It's a small world out there, right?
You just don't know. Mm-hmm. And then you don't know how obviously somebody's going to do something after you become friends with them or they're in their life. Again, these are 3 stories of big people, and you would have never known them unless they were celebrities. But the thing about getting in a car, I know somebody recently who just did this, a girl I'm friends with, and I was like, I can't believe you got into a car. She was at a restaurant. She was going to Atlantic, and some guy gave her a ride, and she's like, I saw him at the bar, and he seemed nice, and he gave me a ride. I'm like, you got in a car?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Franny just did it.
Yeah.
Oh, when you broke down. Yeah, but you were with your friend, correct?
I didn't break down, but yes, I was with my friend, and it wasn't smart, but the guy was like 98 years old.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind me having said that. You said the story in the air, so I didn't think that you would mind. And, there are circumstances where we don't, we let our guard down. Mm-hmm. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a great thing.
No.
You should
and that
always
98-year-old
kind of be careful.
Still could have had a gun, still could have had a knife. Still, it's, but hindsight is 20/20. At the time, it was desperation that took us to that point. And,
do you think you would have done it if you were alone?
And no.
Okay.
No.
So that makes a difference. You have two people.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, that's my point. I mean, there are circumstances,
Sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself that way. And, we joke about it. You joked about it there for a second, Greek, that, we get into cars now with strangers with Uber or Lyft or, the ride sharing apps, even cabs. I mean, really, those are strangers too. Even cabs that have been around for, how many years now?
The one thing my dad taught me in the city, obviously, was when I got in the cab to make sure the picture matched the guy.
Yeah.
Because they always had that on the dash.
Sure.
And I always did that. And he always said, don't close the door until you see it.
Yeah.
But there was one or two times and the guys would say, like, hey, I'm borrowing this cab or I'm using it for somebody. I didn't get in because he pounded at my head. Do not get in a cab if it doesn't match. And I didn't. Because I lived in the city, and that's how I got around for a long time. But, yeah, I used to always open a door and look through, and if the cab, you would see him, because they would turn around and say, where are you going? Uptown, the Garden, wherever it was. Right. But, I mean, like you said, if that wasn't, but it's still, you're in a cab.
It's like anything else. I mean, that's the nice thing that, technology brings us to make it easier, right?
Sure.
So we have Lyft and Uber right now. So you match the car, you match the person in the car. If the person in the car is somebody else, like, hi, I'm actually Joe's wife. No, there's a red flag, right?
Yeah,
or whatever. I mean, I'm just making up stuff, but same type of thing. It's really is along the same lines.
And
so
I
you
think
need and the drivers need to do the same, obviously.
Yeah. And
Sarah
I think the trust
told the story.
I think the trust happens too with those Uber and Lyft drivers and even though there have been bad situations on both sides with the driver and with the passengers that have happened, is that if anything happens or whatever, there's a paper trail, right? And I think that's where the trust comes because everything's officially done here. You know who the last person was. You know that you got picked up by this person. Yeah. And it's not 100% anything because, as I mentioned, there have been Lyft drivers and Uber drivers who have done bad things.
It's just really, seriously, it's bad luck. I mean, that's what ends up happening. God forbid if something happens. I mean, like this girl, she didn't know the guy. She just said she sat by him at a restaurant. He seemed nice, and he gave her a ride to Atlantic. But she said, if I didn't have a couple of drinks, I probably would have never done that.
And it worked out okay, right?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously. So, and most times I'm sure it does. You can still, I don't know how much hitchhiking is done around this area now.
But years ago.
But you get out into more rural parts of Florida, I'm sure it still happens.
There was a guy who for years was right here on 45th Street, and he would get a ride over to PGA National because he was a caddy.
Yeah, every day.
For years.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, he would just hitchhike a ride.
I think I picked him up one day. I really do. I think I did.
Yeah, and because I think it was pre-ride share.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
why,
Yeah. All right.
I think I did one day when I lived in PGA because I saw him every single day. We were talking about it years ago on the Penthouse, but maybe not. But I thought I might have given him a ride one day. But yeah, I mean, today it's just a different time. And again, you always had to be careful, but don't get into a car with a stranger. I don't care what it is because you are taking a risk. Courtney Cox was in Friends for years, and she's been in a lot of movies. And what she does time to time is she actually goes and cleans the Hollywood Walk of Fame. If something happens or there's stains on the stars on the sidewalk, she'll go there. And it was they showed her doing it. She said, who's going to do it? So she actually goes there with like whatever kind of cleaner, Fantastic or something, wipes off the stars. And not just the Friends, like the 6 Friends. There's other people, too. She was cleaning Dolly Parton's stars. Imagine if you were there, because that's a big Hollywood place where you go to see the stars and everything, and you see Courtney Cox on her hands and knees cleaning. Courtney Cox?
Hello? You start looking for the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the first thing you do. You start looking at where's the camera?
You're right.
Because this is obviously some sort of setup.
Yeah.
Or a film or a TV show or a movie or something.
So I think
it probably was something where they were checking it out and doing stuff.
Well, she just got a star recently.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if
really?
this is something that she always has done. I think,
maybe she has.
Yeah. I mean, they said that when she got one, she posted it on Instagram and she's shining her star.
Yeah, gotta keep it clean.
Yes. And as G-Man says, somebody's got to do it.
Oh, I wonder if this is like a little running joke
might
or
be
something.
Yeah, it definitely might be.
Maybe like when she was doing that, somebody said to her, like another celebrity said, oh, when you're done with that,
clean mine.
Go do mine.
I think
one of those type of jokes.
I think she did it for Insta because the ones that she cleaned and that she kind of spiffed up were her friends, Laura Dern, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, okay.
Or like the
her
stars.
Crew.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
her crew. So it's not like she was going around cleaning all of them.
Yeah, she's not there for 5. She's not there 10 to 2. Thursdays clean up the start. But it's still nice to see that
Can you get the Wayne Newton's? There's a little gum on his. It's up around the block there.
That is something if you ever go out to L.A. to check out.
How many miles are there of that? I mean, I could look it up. I know. I was going to say, I mean, at this point, obviously it's something that's been going on for decades.
Yeah, it's huge.
Probably half a century, right?
And there's certain stars where everybody's around taking pictures. The day I went, everybody was around Sinatra, couple different ones, old movie stars that have been there for years. But it's cool. I mean, it's part of the Hollywood scene. It's.
So, Jimmy, I see 1.3 miles.
1.3 miles.
That's what I see.
That's big. That's long.
That seems, well, I don't know.
I don't know how many there are.
I've never been. I've never seen it. It looks like they don't really stack. They kind of go like Have you been?
Yep. It's on two sides of the street.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it definitely is on two strides. I remember on one stride and then on the other side, right in front of the Chinese theater that they used to have all the premieres years ago. They do sometimes now, but it's all there, right there, up and down. And everybody's checking it out, walking up and down, look at certain names.
Oh, it would be cool to check it out.
Yeah.
I haven't been to LA, but so 1.3 miles. It goes east to west on Hollywood Boulevard from Gower Street to the Hollywood and La Brea Gateway. And then there's a short segment on Marshall Fieldway that runs diagonally between Hollywood Boulevard and La Brea, and that's 0.4 miles.
Yeah.
So total 1.7.
Okay. So
That's pretty almost 2 miles.
That's quite a ways. And
yeah.
I mean, because they keep adding. I mean, it's not like they take them away after a certain amount of time. So there's got to be room for it to expand and keep going.
That would suck if they take them away. Oh, you're out. We're going with D-Stars now. We got to. Do you see the guys with the sledgehammers knocking out a thing? What are you doing? You taking away John Wayne? Yeah, he's out now.
Just the one, right?
Yeah.
Trump?
Yeah.
I think Trump's the only one that's been ever taken out.
I don't know. Was Trump's taken out or was Trump's damaged?
I thought it was.
I think it was vandalized.
Yeah, I think it was damaged. I don't know.
Then
maybe.
I thought they took it out.
Maybe.
Because of that. Because they kept getting smashed.
Yeah. It can't get
That's a good question. Has a Hollywood a star ever been removed? I mean, not just that or any other one.
I
yeah, they took it away, they fixed it, and they brought it back.
Okay. So it's still there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But they said it was destroyed for a third time. And yeah, I guess that's what they do when it gets destroyed. They just fix it and they just bring it back there again.
Keep going back.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if OJ has a star.
Well, he was in film, obviously, the airplanes, if not, and I'm trying to think what else he's been in, but
yeah, you could get it for a lot of things.
I say Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson have also had their stars vandalized, but never removed.
Never removed, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's two that, well, at least Cosby, you would think if there's going to be somebody that they're going to take it away from, it's him. But
yeah, I think that's pretty cool that she does that. And I'm sure if you were a fan, you walked by, you would have to take a double take. Like, I can't believe it. Like Franny said the other day, Mark Wahlberg was in Jupiter. And
I heard it was West Palm. I thought because I know he's been in Jupiter because he's got that F-45 gym.
Yeah.
I was told it was in Villages, so he was just right near us.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And if you saw him, would you be like, what? Is that Mark Wahlberg? Probably not. You probably, a second glance real quick, you'd be like, because when you see a huge star, you don't think it's them.
Where's Ted?
Where's Ted? That would be awesome. Is Ted with you? Would you sign this? You ask him for an autograph, but you want Ted.
Yeah.
Could you write Ted?
Can you get Ted's on there for me?
Thank you. I appreciate it. It is the Penthouse, and it is
maybe a burger from your brothers.
Yeah, burger from your brothers. That's awesome. Oh my God, he would die. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We got some Florida stories. Franny, what do we got in the brick oven?
Well, I have a story that you may not want to have your lunch while I'm doing this.
Don't do that again.
I know it's lunchtime. I got to do it again. I told you I was. Mm-hmm. And we have our favorites, Sheriff, Polk County Sheriff.
Going to get the audio now.
Oh, perfect. All right. So we got him because he's got a squatter we're looking for. And I'm not talking about the kind that won't leave your house. And then I have a nutty video. You can check it out, realradio921.com/thepenthouse, and get a head start on that when we get back on Real Radio 92.1.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
The Dell Technologies semi-annual sale starts now with savings on select PCs powered by the latest 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Plus, get deals on select accessories and free shipping on everything. Save now by calling 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person who'd hired another law firm. The insurance company had offered them $11,000, but we said, let's take another look. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. All law firms are not the same, and just because you already hired a firm, that doesn't mean you can't fire that firm. Luckily, this client did. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home from so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live and probably like the same pizza place you do. Put
the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Hey, it's Agree for Burt Max's Restaurant, American Bar and Grill, Delray Marketplace. Whether it's lunchtime or dinner or brunch, 7 days a week, this is the perfect place to enjoy a great meal with a great atmosphere. And this Saturday, the locker room will be in the house, March 25th from 11 to 3. It's hoop season, baby, and a great place to enjoy a great hamburger and some real radio is at Burt Max's in Delray Marketplace. This Saturday, over there live, 11 to 3. Peace!
Bright Future scholarships are available to all Florida students pursuing higher education after high school. And now, students with part-time jobs can use their hard work to qualify in place of volunteer hours. That means you can get cash for college every time you cash your paycheck. So don't ghost your funds. Get your Bright Future scholarship your way today. Visit FloridaBrightFutures.gov to check eligibility and apply.
Bright Futures pays.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. With no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. With the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Offer ends 4/4/23. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
On the free iHeartRadio app, you never pay to hear what you love, and you never wait to hear what you want. Save your money, save your time, and listen anywhere. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making Storm Catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
Hey, it's the Greek for Superior Street Golf Carts. All makes, all models. Whatever you want for your golf cart, they will make it happen at Superior Street Golf Carts. The Penthouse will be live on Friday, 3/24 for Greek's Hardwood at their Boca Raton location. Supreme Street Golf Carts is the place to be if you want a golf cart like no other. If you want to be a baller, if you want to stand out, there's only one place to go. Supreme Street Golf Carts. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
It is a smooth ride along our Palm Beach expressways, 95 and the Turnpike, both accident-free. Palm Beach Boat Show starts today. We're busy downtown West Palm, Flagler Drive, closed in both directions, north from Okeechobee Boulevard to Banyan and south from Banyan to Lakeview. Use Olive or Dixie instead. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Find everything you love listening to on Audible. Here's celebrity memoirs, mysteries, true crime, sci-fi, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800. Radio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Thursday. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Francis.
Hi, and good afternoon.
Francis.
It always sounds so angry, doesn't it?
I'm never angry.
I'm not angry.
It just sounds. I didn't say you were. I said it sounds angry.
Okay. Well, if it sounds angry, it's just love.
Okay. That's how I give love. By the way,
it's lovely anger.
I was looking at the TV that we have over here before you get in the studio.
Oh,
and
right.
the Kelly Clarkson show's on. And
Yep.
she did it right for National Puppy Day. She's got Keanu Reeves as a guest.
Yeah.
And she brought out like 12 puppies. And
Oh,
so
wow.
they're in this like little plexiglass, like little crate thing.
Oh.
And there's so many of them that they busted it open and now they're all over the stage.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And he's like wrangling them. Keanu Reeves is just like, puppies.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
John Wick started first one, right?
What?
John Wick?
John Weeks.
What about it?
Didn't the first one start where he had his puppy and they killed his...
Yeah, that's why he had adorable beagle, right?
Yeah,
and then
it
that it reminded him of his wife. Well, his whole family is gone, but the dog was the last straw.
Yeah, and then he went off.
The dog was the last straw.
And that's how it all started.
Sure was.
John Wick 4 coming
No,
this
no,
month.
he is an animal lover. Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. All right, it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
Yep.
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, bad first.
No, do it.
Yeah.
Stay away.
If you're eating your lunch, especially a hot dog, you may
You're
not
eating
want
a
to
hot dog or a
listen.
sausage.
Wow.
Put that puppy down.
Put that puppy down.
Man.
Another diet.
National Dog Day.
Yes, there you go.
That was actually
Italian.
That's the second one you had today. That in the back door.
Oh, man. All right. So, Florida man.
Speaking of back doors, go ahead, Brady.
49-year-old Alex Bonilla. I wonder if he's related to the baseball player. Bonilla, right?
Bobby?
Bobby Bonilla. Yeah.
That's Bonilla.
That's what I just said.
They might be related.
Oh, my God.
Trying to get away from the story.
Okay.
You got to hold your stuff when you hear this.
The sheriff's office released a statement saying that Bonilla broke into his neighbor's home this past Sunday, tied him up, and mutilated his genitals with a pair of scissors.
That's just not right.
They say the victim told authorities that he then took off with his severed penis and fled across the street back to his own home.
Should have put a firecracker in his mailbox.
So I love this part at the end of it. The victim is hospitalized, clearly, but I wonder if he got the piece back.
All right, come on, Franny.
I wonder if the cops went and be like, hey.
John Wayne Bobbitt here?
Yeah. Well, deputies say the motive still is under investigation, but in the same sentence, they say, though an arrest report says Bonilla caught his wife and the victim having sex back in May. Pretty sure that's the motive.
So he's been
But I'm no detective.
Going out on a limb here.
But I'm no detective.
Well, with the price of gas. And so he's been thinking about this for a while. Almost a year.
Imagine staking it out.
Oh, my God. It's just like every day
Well,
he
maybe
sees it.
that's when that's the initial time he saw it, and maybe they've been doing it ever since. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Both people are bad people. Everybody around that's a bad
All three.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
Think about it.
Just one's a bit worse.
Yeah, they're all just bad. I'm glad that's the last time I want to hear that story.
Okay, all right, I'll tell it to you later too.
Are you gonna call me?
Can we do it again tomorrow?
I'm gonna call.
No,
I'm gonna call you.
I'd rather get a call from Granny.
Do an update?
The one time I call Greek after work, I'll be like, "Hey, guess what?
Guess what? They found the guy. They found the guy's junk.
You think that's funny?
I do.
They sewed it back on.
I do.
I'll be like, hello.
All right, so authorities in Polk. Do we got?
I have.
We have.
Yep.
Okay.
I have our
Grady
buddy.
Judd. Grady.
You want to set it up or?
Yeah. So authorities in Polk County, and I actually was able to post this video too, realradio921.com/Penthouse. Grady Judd. I always flip-flop it. Sheriff Grady Judd, our favorite. Well, they are looking. Him and other authorities in Polk County, his crew, are searching for a woman known as the Spring Break Squatter. Go
Hello,
ahead,
everyone. Sheriff Grady Judd here. Well, guess what? We have trespassing. Not traditional trespassing. It involves a lady that's gone into the side yard, into the hedge area, and she's popped a squat and showed us her shiny rear end while she goes to the bathroom in these people's hedges. It's trespassing. I want you to think for a second. What if somebody stopped their car or their boat and walked up into your yard and started doing the number one thing or the number two thing in your hedges? Look at this video. Help us identify this lady. Call Crime Stoppers, 1-800-226-TIPS. You'll get money, and we'll put her shiny rear end in the county jail where it belongs.
Wow.
Hey, folks, stay out of these people's yards.
Yeah.
It's their private areas, okay?
Put your private areas in their private areas. How about that? I love him.
What a Polk County situation.
So you can see, you hear him, you can watch the whole thing. He's sitting at his desk telling us that exactly what you heard. And then they show you the surveillance video of her. I don't know if she's ever going to be identified. You don't really get a good view of her.
Well, if somebody knew her in that position.
There you go. realradio921.com/thepenthouse. And then while you're there, check out this crazy video. It's so Florida. We're going to call them Butch and Peggy, even though I don't really know their names. Butch and Peggy are hanging out in a watering hole.
Okay.
Just random names that came to your head.
Yeah, and I don't mean a watering hole, a swimming hole. Like it kind of to me looks like Riverbend Park, where I sometimes go canoeing.
Oh, be careful.
And there's a lot of gators in there, and they're sitting down in the water. It's very, very shallow.
I saw this video.
Eating a sandwich. You can see their beer on the side, but they're in the middle. And a gator. What are we going to call the alligator? We already got Butch and Peggy. What do you want to call the alligator?
Harvey.
So Harvey the gator comes up. It's like,
Harvey.
And Harvey's like, that sandwich looks delicious. Do you want to have a bite? And Butch is like, sure. Come on over.
Harvey.
And Harvey swims on over, and Butch gives him a bite of a sandwich.
And you wonder why.
And you wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the crazy video only in Florida. realradio921.com/Penthouse. And that is your What the Florida.
We just found out that that's against the law, right? That one of those old, obscure laws that have been on the books for quite some time, but actually has a good reason to still be on the books, is that it's illegal to feed wild alligators like that.
Butch, you should be going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock up Harvey, too.
Yeah. Don't be feeding Harvey. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit about John Wick 4. And what movie would you want to be in that's a series? It is The Penthouse. We'll be back.
Real radio is the news junkie.
They're trying to get rid of hotel bathtubs, and I just can't stand for it.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't take your side.
Sealand, you've used a hotel bathtub before. I've seen it. Wait.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Join us to celebrate the songs and artists you've loved over the past year.
At our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Hosted by Lenny Kravitz.
With Innovator Award recipient Taylor Swift.
And performances by iHeart Icon Award recipient Pink, Coldplay, Kelly Clarkson, LL Cool J, Keith Urban, Pat Benatar, and Neil Giraldo, Lotto, Money Long, Cody Johnson, and more.
Watch on Fox and listen on iHeartRadio.
Monday night at 8 p.m.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
I'm Ben Ferguson. And I'm Ted Cruz. Donald Trump about to be arrested. What the hell is going on?
Don't miss this week's Verdict with Ted Cruz.
Understand the facts, the law, the inside story.
So download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cartus, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Always find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine & More. With so many bottles to choose from at the lowest price for over 30 years, it's easy to find your favorite Cabernet or a new single-barrel bourbon to try. Total Wine & More. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. B21.
We know that aging is not for the faint of heart, but the Landing of Lake Worth celebrates the rewards of aging and tackles the challenges head-on. We believe life should be joyful at every stage, so we have a unique focus on wellness of mind, body, and spirit, bringing an unparalleled sense of optimism to residents and their families. Come home to personalized assisted living and memory care services at the Landing of Lake Worth, where happiness never grows old. Visit thelandingoflakeworth.com for more information. That's thelandingoflakeworth.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Superior Street Golf Carts. All makes, all models. Whatever you want for your golf cart, they will make it happen at Superior Street Golf Carts. The Penthouse will be live on Friday, 3/24 for Greek's Hardwood at their Boca Raton location. Supreme Street Golf Carts is the place to be if you want a golf cart like no other. If you want to be a baller, if you want to stand out, there's only one place to go. Supreme Street Golf Carts. Peace.
Bright Future Scholarships have been funding higher education in Florida for over 2 decades. Last year alone, more than $600 million was made available to Florida students. So don't miss out. Millions of dollars in Bright Future Scholarships are waiting for you. Make your money moves and fund your future today. Visit FloridaBrightFutures.gov to check eligibility and apply.
Bright Futures pays.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, "Navage is the best thing I bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing." Or this one, I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clogged mess. Now I breathe so much better." Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital.
Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
On Ice-T's Daily Game podcast, the cultural icon unveils words of wisdom and motivational quotes he's collected over the years. No punches are pulled as Ice shares his special brand of profound and brutal honesty on topics like romance, success, failure, and more.
You can't sit back and say, I'm going to win this game and not go to practice. You still got to play that game. Faith and your mind is just not going to make it happen.
Listen to Ice-T's Daily Game on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Greek for Burt Max's Restaurant, American Bar and Grill, Delray Marketplace. Whether it's lunchtime or dinner or brunch, 7 days a week, this is the perfect place to enjoy a great meal with a great atmosphere. And this Saturday, the locker room will be in the house, March 25th from 11 to 3. It's hoop season, baby, and a great place to enjoy a great hamburger and some real radio is at Burt Max's and Delray Marketplace. This Saturday, we'll be there live, 11 to 3. Peace.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Boca Raton, full closure on Glades Road this weekend. Glades, right at 95. All ramps to and from 95 will be closed starting tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Your detour will be Palmetto Park Road or Yamato. Right now, expressways along the Palm Beaches look good and accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning.
Water heater worries? There's an expert for that. Let your local experts at Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning give you worry-free hot water as low as $32.99 plus tax a month. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Pray.com's Meditative Prayers podcast is the best way to bring God's perfect peace into your night. Each meditative prayer helps you focus on God, fight anxiety, sleep better, and more.
As you close your eyes, ask God to come and have fellowship with you.
iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
If you get road rage with a shopping cart in Walmart, you might be from South Florida.
What's going on, Penthouse? Happy Little Friday, also known as Thursday. Those stories Franny's talking about, that stuff is crazy. It's the same way that the Boston Strangler was getting inside apartments. Even when he was strangling people and they were telling ladies not to let anybody in, he was saying, oh, the super sent me up, gotta check the radiator. Next thing you know, getting choked out. But those are some crazy stories. Be safe out there, people.
Hey, Greg. This is Barry Allen. I just want to say that I left my newborns at your apartment last night, and I was wondering if I could come get them today at my lunch break. I can't really go all day working at Dawson without a cigarette.
If we're cloning dogs now, it's only a matter of time before we start cloning people. So I propose Greek for the first human being that we clone. Because think about it, Franny. You won't have the multiplicity issue because you couldn't possibly make a clone of Greek any crazier than the original Greek. And who wouldn't want their very own Greek clone? Even Greek would want his own Greek clone. I mean, talk about finding true love. He'd finally have someone he could compliment and actually mean it. Looking good, Greek. I know Greek.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
That is crazy, but true.
So accurate.
Got that, AJ.
So accurate. And I'm glad AJ knows what movie I'm talking about.
We have that already, and we call that a mirror.
Pin the tail on the donkey. Way to be, AJ. You are a star. Speaking of stars, good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
Speaking of another star, hello, Francis.
Hello, G-Moon.
So the other night I was out to dinner, shocker, New York Prime, and there was a gentleman sitting next to me, and I was in amazement of how much he ate. And he was right next to me. So I saw him get 2 huge steaks, and I thought maybe somebody was coming to sit next to him. So I said to him, do you want me to move over a seat? And he looked at me, he said, no, why? And I said, oh, I saw 2 steaks. I thought maybe somebody was coming. He goes, no, I eat once a day. And he was on this routine. He was telling us that he eats once a day. And then he had a big side of bacon. And then he had some other things on the side. Then he had a dessert. And he said he eats once a day. And it's been working for him. Now, I know the lead singer of Coldplay was talking about this, that he eats once a day. And Springsteen does it. And I just said to Franny, I said, it sounds crazy that you can only eat once a day, but I guess, like you said.
My mom does it.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't be able to do that. Mm-hmm. You see me, I'm snacking all the time. I am a nutrition coach. I utilize the stuff that I've learned, and that's how I eat. But some people, it's called OMAD.
What's it called?
OMAD, 1 meal a day diet is what it is. Yeah,
okay.
So just 1 meal a day, OMAD. But it's almost like a more extreme version of intermittent fasting where you don't eat for 16 hours and then you have those 8 hours where you are eating. What?
I have a question.
Yes.
So when you eat once, are you supposed to eat the same amount as 3 meals?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I know my mom doesn't.
Okay, because this guy seemed like that's what he was doing
Yeah.
to me.
It's the purpose of it is to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. That's a weight loss. That's a type of plan or diet or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this guy that's what he's doing, or because like you said, he looked like he was eating 3 meals.
I was in shock. I couldn't believe it because, again, just a stereotype. He wasn't a real big guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he had 2 huge steaks, big ones, and then bacon, and then sides, ate them all. And he goes, no, I eat once a day. That's the way I've been doing it for years.
Yeah, I mean, you can eat a lot. Obviously, it's 1 meal, but you shouldn't be packing in 3 meals out in one sitting.
Yeah.
That's why with the intermittent fasting, like you take a certain time off and then you eat in those hours, like I mentioned. There's different ones, but I'm doing the 16-8, for instance. And then with those 8 hours, you can eat 3 meals or 2 meals or whatever you want to do. But yeah, this 1 meal a day kind of thing, my mom does it. She loves it. She says she feels great on it. Yeah. So I tell her, she's got a book she wants me to read about it. She does. Like there's the study and science behind it. And I was like, yeah, I have no interest in it. But she was like, yeah, you could teach your clients about this. And I was like, she raves.
Yeah.
She says she feels great.
Or knowing about it.
Yeah, of course.
So you think your body gets used to it? Because for me,
I did it for years.
Yeah.
Just 1 meal a day?
Yeah.
And you never ate anything else?
No.
Really?
I mean, it's not that I want to say ever, and I wasn't doing it on purpose. It was just my lifestyle. My lifestyle was, and this is back when I was a smoker. So I'd wake up in the morning, and a typical smoker who doesn't eat breakfast, their breakfast is coffee and a cigarette. I mean, again, I don't, I'm not saying this to be proud of it, but that's just the way it was. And then I would work all day. I didn't stop and eat lunch. And then when I got home at night, I would have dinner, and that was it. That was my meal for the day. But it wasn't done purposely. It was just my lifestyle.
Routine.
That's all. It was my routine.
And
you
that's
never
the thing,
got headaches?
But that 1 meal should be a good meal. It's not like you're like, I'm only eating 1 meal a day, and yours is because of your lifestyle, how it was. But when people are doing this specifically, like your friend, I think, is doing it specifically for dietary reasons.
Yeah.
It's not like that one time you're eating, you eat a bunch of crap. You should still be eating good stuff.
Yeah, I was in amazement. I really was. I'd never seen somebody eat that much food. And I was shocked. Again, it was a gentleman who was sitting next to me at New York Prime.
But, yeah, I was surprised. And then the next day I seen an article with the Coldplay lead singer said Springsteen does it, he does it. So I guess for them, they want to stay in great shape, and that's what he was saying. Springsteen looks great at 73 years old, not slowing down.
Oh, my mom looks fantastic. She's got so much energy in her, and she says she feels better than ever. And and like I said, if it works for you, continue on doing it. I personally, I mean, could I try it? Yeah. But I don't want to.
I think I would get headaches.
I mean, you probably could do it because you've done it not intentionally.
To some extent, I sort of do now. I mean, I might have a little cup of yogurt in the morning. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just coffee. And then you see what I have for lunch every day, which is nothing more than a can of Progresso soup. That's it. Just that one can. And then I eat dinner at night. And that's pretty much it. That's what I eat during the day.
But you still should be, and that's what a lot of people, they have mindset, if you're not putting in enough calories or if you're putting in, and your body should be at a deficit, but if it's really low, the amount of calories, your body's going to hold on to that fat for life because it's like, I need this to stay alive.
Okay.
So a lot of time when it comes to building muscle or losing weight, you do have to eat.
Yeah. And maybe this guy, like the guy that you saw was on a certain plan, or like your mom, and to people that do that one meal a day, maybe there's a certain foods that they eat that makes it better. But typically, I mean, really, I believe the right way is more like what you do, Freddie, where you have 6 meals a day, 7 meals a day, but they're just very small portions, but they were throughout the day. And I've always heard and read that is a better thing to do for your body if you want to lose weight, maintain a certain weight.
I eat normal meals
to keep your energy levels up, because that's what food is. It's our energy.
I try to eat normal meals, like a normal dinner, a normal lunch. I eat breakfast a little bit later, and then I'll have a snack in between all of them. So it's, I have 3 regular meals, and then I have 3 small, whatever, snacks.
Exactly.
In between, but yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, and I am curious. I took the book home that my mom gave me. I haven't opened it up yet, and this was like a month ago. But I'm curious to see, because as I mentioned, I mean, she feels fantastic. You have these celebrities, Bruce Springsteen, who tours all the time.
Yeah, he's a great show.
And who else was it?
The lead singer of Coldplay.
Oh, Chris Martin, who also, and if you've ever seen him on stage, that guy is jumping around. He's got so much energy. So there's got to be something to it.
That's surprising. People with that much energy only eat once a day.
When you do that, though, no processed foods, no sugar. I know my mom cut out all that stuff. Like you said, it's more of a keto kind of meats and fats and vegetables. Yep.
It is the Penthouse, giving you guys a little tip on maybe something you might want to try. If it doesn't work, don't blame us. If it works, give us all the credit. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on. Tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
There's an ideological war being waged against America's youth. We'll talk to 2 parents and 2 authors who wrote the book about it. Carol Markowitz and Bethany Mandela join me on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful ladies are there with a 5-star menu, and they're open till 5 a.m. Full nude, full ladies all the time. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. And this Saturday, March 25th, it's Find the Booty, the boat show after party. It kicks off early in the day, happy hour 2 to 6, and the magic continues all night long. If you want the beautiful ladies, there's only one place to go. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Boat show after party this Saturday, March 25th. Peace.
This is Ice-T. Over the years, I've compiled thousands of inspiring and thought-provoking quotes, and now I'm passing that knowledge on to you in my new daily podcast, Ice-T's Daily Game. In less than 5 minutes, I'll break down why these words matter and reveal personal stories that show them in action in my life. Listen to Ice-T's Daily Game every weekday on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper and you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/radio. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/radio. That's 4hims.com/radio for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/RADIO.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South offers volume discounts for homeowners. The more you buy, the more you save. Our discounts start at the fourth window, and from there, the savings grow. New South can do this because we own our factory, and that's the power of Factory Direct. Visit us at newsouthwindow.com.
It's been tough talking to my doctor about constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I finally laid all my symptoms out there and how they keep coming back. She said I may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. We agreed it's time to try something different.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Visit a doctor in person or online. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Avian Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
At Mucinex, we don't believe in cold and flu season. We only believe in comeback season, which starts with 12-hour relief. Just one dose of Mucinex DM provides 12 hours of relief for cough and chest congestion day or night. That's 3 times longer than those 4-hour cough liquids. So say goodbye to cold and flu season and hello to comeback season with Mucinex DM. Nothing lasts longer among over-the-counter cold and cough medicine. Get relief that lasts with Mucinex DM. Use as directed.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital.
Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Place your bid and pay 30, 40, up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center. Choose from over 700 economy cars, family cars, sports cars, luxury cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles at up to 50% less than their original MSRP. And all qualifying vehicles are backed with a 30-day return policy for your peace of mind. Need credit? Get pre-approved in seconds online at preauctionsalescenter.com. Plus, we want to buy your car and pay you thousands more than it's worth. Pay up to 50% less during our used car mega sale at Craig's End's pre-auction sales center on 441 just south of Sheridan Street in Hollywood. Click preauctionsalescenter.com or call 844-MY-PRICE. Open till midnight.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Boca Raton, full closure on Glades Road this weekend. Glades, right at 95. All ramps to and from 95 will be closed starting tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Your detour will be Palmetto Park Road or Yamato. Right now, expressways along the Palm Beaches look good and accident-free. That's traffic on Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains.
These days, $10. Brightline makes getting around South Florida easier than ever. Book your next ride at GoBrightline.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, Gigi Granny, Greg, I don't care what that cop says. You can come over and put your private parts into my bushy hedges any day, honey.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
One call a day, Granny. That's it. House rules.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's good. It's good.
Man, I can't get that out of my head. FAU Owls tonight. Hoot, hoot.
Hey.
I can't. One call a day. That's the house rule.
That's it? Aw,
You
Granny.
can pay extra for a second call, though. There's always that.
All right. There's always a price.
I'll put up with it for money.
There's always a price. Somebody did message me on my Instagram. They're like, hey, do you think Greek will do a remote at a gas station? I said, if you pay him, he'll do it.
Yes. Damn right. Gas station. Are you kidding me?
If you pay him, he'll do anything.
Oh, my God. I had somebody about a week ago ask me to sing happy birthday to somebody, say happy birthday and say peace on their phone for them. And I did it, of course. He was a fan.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you charge him?
$50.
Uh-huh.
Wow, bargain.
A couple cigars.
Maybe a handy.
He's like, and.
It was really like $100. It is the Penthouse on a great Thursday. You know why it's great? Because you guys are listening to us. Ha. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Franny's here.
Hello.
See, that was very calm and very subdued. It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up.
Big word.
It's Creek's trifecta.
The Miami Heat, the Heaters. They won last night, 127 and 120. Butler, big game, 35 points, and they beat the Knicks. I was a Knicks fan for years. Watching the game last night, I'm like, man, I am a Heat fan. I changed. So can you change teams and then root for your old team against them with no money on it? Just watching the game. It was very crazy. But I did it because I'm a Heat fan. And I'm happy when they beat the Knicks because the Knicks have spanked the Heat a couple times over the years, and I get a ton of text messages. So last night, I was the one sending the text messages. It is a Sweet 16 tonight, and it starts 4 games tonight and 4 games Friday. FAU Owls, come on, baby. Hoot, hoot. They got to win tonight. They're playing 9 o'clock at the Garden. You can still get up there. It's only 2 o'clock. It's an hour, maybe 2 hours and 10 minutes to get up there. And then you're in Newark Airport, 20 minutes from the city, and root on the FAU Owls. But if you can't catch a watch party, there's got to be a ton going around in the area and in Boca. I know a lot of places are going to have them. Kids are going to be going crazy. Everybody's behind FAU. I am really hoping they win because they'll be the first time ever they get into the Elite Eight. The Canes, Canes, they play tomorrow night, and they got a tough game. They play Houston. Houston's a 1 seed and favorite from the beginning. Remember, that's Mattress Mac's team. If the Canes go in tomorrow night, this team may go all the way. So we're rooting for FAU Owls and for the Canes. And last night, John Morant came back to a standing ovation as Memphis won 130-125. He scored 17 points. He had a problem about 2 weeks ago. He was in a strip club. I don't know if you ever saw the video of this. There was a room where he was in. You could not see the furniture. There was that much money all over the place.
Okay. Yep.
Approximately, Jimmy, they said over $150,000.
I believe it.
You couldn't see a chair. I mean, you could money all over the place. And then also he was on Instagram showing a gun. He got suspended by the NBA. But then since then he's come back and he said, I went to counseling in Florida. I don't have a drinking problem. I made some bad decisions and I'm going to be fine. And they gave him a standing ovation last night. So it seems like the fans are 100% behind him. And that is your last trifecta of the day.
Now, John Wick 4 comes out tomorrow, and everybody knows what these movies are about. But still, it doesn't seem that they can get enough of them.
And I don't know if everybody does know what the movies are about. We can't just assume that. Some may not. There's a lot of killing. It's about revenge.
Yeah, you know what? You're 100% right. I mean anybody who goes.
Okay.
The only other movie that I know about that is really Titanic, and people went to that. But, I mean, you know what's going to happen in this movie. John Wick isn't going to die. I mean, he never dies.
You never know. You never know.
No, there's no way he dies.
I'm not saying in this one, but
maybe eventually.
do another one, yeah.
Eventually.
That's
Out of 4,
how you end it, right? That's how they stopped doing John Wicks.
there's no more John Wicks. That's
Well,
it.
isn't there rumors of 4 or 5 for John Wick 5?
Yeah, he's taking a break, but they have been speculating.
So pretty safe to say he doesn't die in this one.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I said. He's not dying.
But you never know,
Unless
right?
he has a son all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
they could have a twist.
They have a spin-off
Yeah.
or some sort of twist.
Yeah, you never know. I'm betting he doesn't die in this one. I just don't think he does. So say it was John Wick 4 or 5, Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, or I know where Jimmy would go, Star Wars. What movie would you want to be in where you knew there was more than one and you're a character in it? We'll start with Franny. And you can pick any one you want. Like, it could be a different, bunch of movies.
So it wasn't out of those 4 options?
Well, I'm going to give you those 4, but if you don't like those 4, you're special. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, my God.
Because on this show, we break rules.
Give me those options you gave me. What were the options again?
Star Wars, Mission Impossible,
Okay.
John Wick, and Fast and Furious.
Man, I don't know if I want to be in any of those. I'm not saying I don't like them.
All right, good. You're a big shot. What do you want?
I mean, I guess maybe if anything, the Mission Impossible movies.
Is there another group of movies that you like? Another movie there's been a sequels?
Let me think about this.
Okay, think about it. Cool.
Jimmy, you know who you would, right?
Well, I mean, to me, it would be either more than likely Star Wars in that case, or if I was able to do that where I could choose my own, probably the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
I'd love to have a recurring character, whether or not it's a superhero or not. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, maybe I'll be the Stan Lee, like the new Stan Lee, where you just have that one cameo appearance in the movie each time, where you're some sort of odd character, and there he is. There's the old Easter egg. Something like that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't mind doing that, or to have an actual role would be. All right, superpowers. Yeah, let me fly. Move over Iron Man.
No, I'm not familiar with them. How many have there been? Do you know if there
No, I don't.
Okay, so there's been tons.
Yeah, there's all kinds of. Well, I mean, I made that general where superhero Marvel in particular.
Okay.
I don't know.
See, I would go
15, 20, something like that.
Wow.
I mean, with all the
universe.
between the Iron Mans and all the different ones, Thor and Endgame and all of them put together. Sure, yeah, there's been a ton.
What about you, G?
I would go with Fast and Furious only because of the money, and I'm not about money, but there's a lot of them. So you could have like 10 movies that you get cast in. Mission Impossible 2, 7. I like the clothes they wear in that. Tom's going to get all the spotlight, but of course I'll get my cameo, so I'm not apologizing. And they go all over the world, which is nice. Got to fix my passport. I don't know, maybe Mission Impossible or Fast and Furious.
Okay, just because of the money.
Yeah,
because you
there's
know
so
that
many.
there's probably going to be more of them.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
So it's not about being in because it's a cool movie or a cool premises.
Well, I thought Mission Impossible, I like the clothes they wear. And I also like that they're all over the world. And you know what? I don't have to pay to go all over the world. There's ladies I can meet all over the world, which would be great for them and great for me. And
Sarah thought that was funny.
And I would tell Tom, you're still the star, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm just cameoing these. Let us know at Penthouse if you want to give us a call. 877-927-6969.
Well, you brought up John Wick there, and there was another topic that I saw today that goes right in with that, and they were the top movie characters that would never die. There was a thread that went around for it, and we can add to our own, but the top 10, or these are ones that people picked up on. John Wick was number 1, a character that in a movie that never dies, right? James Bond, another one, you know, and a lot of these are going to be that where there's some sort of a hero like that. Indiana Jones, you know, another guy in a drama that never dies. The Black Knight and the Monty Python and the Holy Grail was another character they say that just won't die. Captain Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean. I've never seen any of those. So
I
they're the same
Oh,
ones where you know somebody's always trying to get them.
Yes.
Yes.
I had a feeling. The Bride and Kill Bill. These are characters, movie characters that just don't seem to die. Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible brought that one up too. Another guy. I mean, how many of those have there been?
I think this is 7.
6 or 7. Yeah.
Is
something
Jason
like that.
Bourne on that list? Is he?
It's not, but he was on my list because I put a couple together. And but yeah, great one. I would go with you on that. The Wet Bandits and Home Alone. Believe it or not, there's a comedy where there's a couple of them that these guys just won't die as many paint cans they get to the head.
And they break it down. Have you seen it where they break it down to how many times they actually should have died?
Really?
For all the things that happened to them. They're like, this is so unrealistic. These guys should be dead.
Well, if I'm going to throw my hat in there on that one, then we'll say Wile E. Coyote, because that son of a bitch should have been dead 800 times over. Wesley in The Princess Bride, again, a movie I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's the main character.
And, of course, we'll go back to our good old buddy Snake Plissken. Is that how you say his name? And Escape from New York.
All right.
Now, the
Kurt
one
Russell.
that they could make die, and I don't know I don't think it would affect it because they've had other James Bonds, is James Bond. Because they could have said, there's been other James Bonds. There's only been one character. There's been 6 guys.
Yeah, but aren't they trying to play it like it's all the same character?
Person,
They're
though,
just,
right?
They just have different actors doing it.
Different actors doing it. But I'm saying if they wanted to say, like, in one he died and this is the new James Bond.
But you can't call him James Bond.
Yeah.
Because James Bond is James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond didn't die.
How about Jimmy Bond?
Yeah.
0069.
They got to pay me.
0069.
Here we go. Somebody says that they, Greek, I can think of a couple movies I'd like to be in. They involve Sasha Grey and Riley Reid. I'm guessing those are porn stars. I've heard of Sasha Grey before. You would know, Jimmy, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she was an entourage.
Yes.
Yeah, Sasha Grey. And we got a
The
joke.
back end of the entourage.
Literally.
And then we have a joke in the text line, I believe, at 47142. Started off with Real Radio. That terrible story about the guy who cut off the guy's penis that lived across the street. Took it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
just want to make sure you remember.
Mutilated his junk.
Mutilated his
I think that
genitals.
was-
Yes.
Isn't that what happened?
Yes, that's what happened. Ran across the street with it.
I would never do that to you.
Well, the guy. Well, I'm reading a text involving it. They said they said they have special cops for those bad crimes of cutting off privates. They're called the detectives. Get it?
That was
Get
dumb.
it?
That was dumb.
I can't today. I can't. Oh, my God. Anything else in the text line?
Want to go back to characters who won't die? A couple others that I thought of, too, and maybe you guys can add to it. John McClane. He never died.
Yeah,
Die Hard.
true.
Those. Any good guy in Star Wars, because the stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a barn with a Mack truck.
Isn't Rambo still alive? He's still going, right? Did he die? Rambo's still alive, right?
I think so. And I would go with Lethal Weapon.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And they were in a lot of scenes.
Both of them, really.
Well,
You
all
can say
4 of them.
both.
Yeah. Glover and Mel Gibson.
Of course, our Halloween classics with Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, or Michael Myers, and then their series, right?
Never die.
Terminators.
Yeah. He'll be back. And he means it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
Rocky.
of course, almost any superhero. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, he won't die. Well, so he didn't die when he went away from in Creed 3, right? You said that's the first one that Stallone is not in.
He's not in. They didn't.
Right.
It was the first one that they didn't ask him to be in.
But his character didn't die
No.
in 2, right?
No. He was just a trainer,
Right.
for the kid.
Okay. My broker got to go and hang out with him at the shooting range. The two
Stallone?
of them. Yeah, him and
Really?
Stallone went to the
Oh,
shooting range together.
cool.
I was like, that's pretty damn awesome.
What,
That's
here, around
awesome.
here or
Yeah.
something?
Uh-huh.
That's
No
cool.
kidding.
Yeah.
Was it planned or he just next
It
up?
looked like it was planned. It looked like they had a day at the shooting range.
What do you think they were just shooting? He went, "Yo, Adrian."
I didn't ask. I just commented. I was like, that's pretty damn cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, we appreciate you guys so much listening to us. After us, it is the News Junkies Greek Zone. We're going to dive into the Sweet 16 and Lex and Terry. Jimmy, great job with the contest, with the blog, everything you do behind the scenes and in front of the microphone. You are an ace.
Well, thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis. And thank you for listening.
Franny, great job as always. You are tremendous. Every day you just seem to get better and better, and it's a pleasure for me to work with you. And when I wake up in the morning, that's what keeps me going. You are the fuel in my body. Great job.
Thank you. It's perfect. It's perfect. Gee, thank you so much for those kind, empty words. I really appreciate it. Jimmy, thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you, Francis. Thank you.
That's how we get along.
And of course, thank you, as always, for being there and tuning in.
Thank you for
Sometimes
those
I wonder
empty
why.
words.
Do you have any parting words, G-Man?
Supreme Street golf carts tomorrow, 240 North Dixie Highway.
What is it?
Superior.
Thank you.
Superior Street golf carts.
Who cares?
People try to find it.
240 North Dixie Highway. Great place if you want a golf cart. They'll do anything you want, and you'll be a baller if you get one. And don't forget, on Saturday, we'll talk about it in the locker room at Burton Max's Delray Marketplace. It is Francis, Jimmy, and the Greek. It was our pleasure to entertain you, but it was your pleasure to listen to us. Peace.
Now watch your favorite radio show. Go to realradio921.com/watch so you can watch us make radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one for us on this Thursday with temperatures near 80 as we move through the afternoon. Still right around average for this time of year. Comfortable with low humidity outside and a nice breeze. Winds are out of the east near 10 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to be warming up, though, for your Friday and through the weekend. Temperatures increasing towards the upper 80s heading into Saturday and Sunday.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz.
I'm Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. Donald Trump about to be arrested. What the hell is going on?
Don't miss this week's Verdict with Ted Cruz.
Understand the facts, the law, the inside story.
So download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial pound wall. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, conversations, trusted influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. Go to iHeartResults.com for more.
Men, this is Jeff with the Atlantic Men's Clinic, and I'm pleased